ice.
Welcome to the KOAL High School Baseball Game of the Week. Welcome into the High School Baseball Game of the Week on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM. Jordan Buscarini alongside Travis Anderson as we are getting set for the regular season finale this afternoon at Emery High. The Spartans playing host to the Carbon Dinos. And Travis, it's the second and final meeting between the two teams. Carbon looking for the season series sweep, fresh off that 5-0 win over Emery on Tuesday, but looking to recover from a loss last night on the road. So, you look at the Morgan loss, you look at Emery's loss against Carbon, both teams trying to close out the regular season on a positive.
Yeah, for the Dinos last night, in control of that game up 5-0. Then it kind of gets away from you later in the innings. They get walked off. They lose that game 8-7. So a perfect opportunity for the Dinos to bounce back today. You can say the same for the Spartans as well.
Emery was playing some of its best baseball of the year, finally getting healthy, a team that battled injuries throughout the entire year. But in talking with manager Chase Julian, this was a team that seemed to be playing its best ball. However, Tuesday was a little bit of a rough spot. They struggled offensively, struggled on the mound. Trig Jensen did recover, I know, after kind of a rough first inning. Trig has been lights out on the mound for Emery over his last couple of outings. Had a no-hitter 2 weeks ago. It just wasn't a great night on the road for Emery.
No, it wasn't. Runners in scoring position. Emery just couldn't get that big hit to get those runs in. And you can flip it last night the same with the Dinos. They left the bases loaded a couple times against the Morgan Trojans, couldn't cash in those runs. So it's going to be important today coming into this game, which team takes that opportunity when there's runners in scoring position to get those key plays, get those runs in. And again, defensively, I think both teams are struggling in that department as well.
It is a very busy day here at the ballpark at Emery High School. Right next to us, we have senior night going on, our senior afternoon, whatever you want to call it, for the softball team. But our focus is right here on the baseball diamond. We're getting close to the starting pitch. And so just a moment ago, the Emery seniors were recognized. Travis, getting the start of the mound this afternoon for the Carbon Dinos. It will be Jordan Nichols getting the start of the mound for the Emery Spartans. It's Garrett Conover. So I think it's an outstanding pitching matchup. Conover has been great for Emery, not only in the field, but also at the plate. Again, someone that you just hope would get healthy and you're peaking at the right time. I think that's what's happening for the Spartans as we gear up for this game. I don't know that there's anyone you would rather have on the mound for the final home game of the regular season than Garrett Conover.
No, for Conover, it's coming in, it's locating that fastball, it's coming in the inside corner. He wants to control that inner half, so if he continues to miss on the outer half and the Niners are patient at the plate, they can work some walks. On the flip side, again, for Emery, they just got to be patient at the plate. Nichols is an efficient pitcher, works at a nice speed, so for Emery, it's just about plate discipline.
Conover comes in just over 18 innings pitched so far this season for Emery. On the flip side, we take a look at the Carbon Dinos and going with Jordan Nichols. It's tough for Carbon because just last night they had a game where they used 3 pitchers, right? Emery hasn't played since Tuesday. It's a little bit of a different scenario for Carbon.
Yeah, Emery a little bit fresher, and then Carbon, like you said, had to work 3 pitchers in that game last night and that loss at Morgan.
And then you look at the Dinos in that game Tuesday. Xander Pappas was outstanding. But tonight it is going to be Jordan Nichols who will be taking the mound. He's gone just over 28 innings so far for the Dinos this year. That is the stage. Both teams going through final preparation here on the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. Before we get to that point, I did have an opportunity to catch up with manager Chase Julian earlier this week. We talked about this game, so we're going to take a quick 60-second break. We'll come back, dive into the interview with manager Chase Julian as we get set for an afternoon at the ballpark. It's Carbon, it's Emery, and it's KOAL 107.3 FM, 750 AM. Also streaming video at Castle Country Radio Emery on YouTube.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
The more things change,
the more they stay the same.
Yes, Mr. Automotive has a new building in Huntington.
But that just means the services they offer just got better.
Detailing and mechanic work are being added to the already great service Mr. Automotive had already offered.
And all deals are still done with the owner at the lowest prices possible.
New building, same best prices, and more auto services. Go to MrAutomotiveSales.com or stop by the dealership, 21 South Main, Huntington. Mr. Automotive, the best for less.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back into the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. We're counting down the moments to the first pitch today as Emery and Carbon are going to square off for the second and final time this year. The two teams met earlier this week, and it ended in Carbon's favor, 5-0. And joining us right now over the phone, we have Emery High School manager Chase Julian. Coach, it's great to get you back on. It's great to talk about the boys as we get set for the regular season finale. I appreciate the time today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, definitely, Coach. I know it's always fun when these two teams get together, playing twice within the same week. I think that makes it a lot of fun. We get to shift venues going from Carbon to Emery. But let's go back and talk about that game on Tuesday. I know it wasn't the outcome that you or the team had in mind. I mean, you guys have been playing really good baseball as of late. Just seemed like ran into a buzzsaw, specifically defensively. Xander Pappas was outstanding for Carbon in that first outing.
Yeah, he pitched well. He threw a lot of strikes, and yeah, he pitched well against us, and definitely not the outcome we wanted. We kind of killed ourselves defensively, and I mean they did a good job. He did a good job pitching and throwing strikes, and they made plays, and so I mean hats off to them. They were the better club that day, and we just defensively just didn't have it that day. But
Coach, if you go back and look at the way things kind of shifted, I know Carbon got off to an early lead, and it seems like it's always difficult to kind of work your way out of a hole, specifically when you're on the road. I mean, if you get rid of that first inning, it was a pretty evenly played baseball game. There were just some problems early on.
Yeah, we didn't hit the ball bad. We put balls in play, but he pitched against us well, and we didn't put enough balls in play. And yeah, it was a tight contest. Other than that first give up three runs, but other than that, I mean, it was a tight game for the majority of it, and always had a chance to stay in it, and just didn't put any runs on the board. So.
I know that at the end of the day, when you take a look at errors, right, it's always so telling. And 4 errors compared to 1, that's crucial. And I know a couple of those runs that they scored, they don't actually count as earned runs against Trigg, so it may be a little bit misleading. If I'm not mistaken, Trigg only gave up 1 earned run. And so, I mean, has that been a point of discussion, talking to the team? Hey, we got to limit these defensive mistakes behind our starting pitcher, whoever it may be.
Yeah, and early on in the year, it was really bad, and we battled a lot of injuries and had a lot of kids in positions that they're not normally accustomed to, but we've made it work. And really over the last 6-7 games, we've been playing really well defensively, and I mean it shows. We've picked up a lot of big wins, good wins on the road and at home. And so when you play error-free baseball, you don't give up free bases. Good teams will take advantage of those free bases when you do commit errors. And Carbon did it on Tuesday, and they took advantage of our mishaps and miscues. And so, I mean, it always benefits you to play clean baseball.
If we look at the way you kind of shifted the lineup, Coach, put the lineup together from a batting order standpoint, the middle of the order, I guess we could say that 4 to 6 range actually did make some pretty good contact. The one thing that stood out to me was it was kind of evenly balanced, right? But that 4, 5, 6 stage in the batting order seemed like they had a lot of production, a lot of quality at bats, despite they registered, I believe, 1 hit each. But that's where your quality at bats came from. Was that noticeable to you guys?
Yeah, and they've been putting good at bats together all year, and I mean we've kind of tried to put them in there, and we was hoping to get some kids on base in front of them so that middle of that lineup could produce some runs for us, but just unfortunate that we didn't have runners aboard when we got them up to bat. So
once that game comes to an end, Coach, you can kind of flush it. You can move forward. I know when we take a look at the RPI and the rankings, the way things are shifting right now, an opportunity to move up a spot or two. It does seem like it's going to be pretty far-fetched to get home field advantage, at least in the super regionals. So is the message to the team, let's just improve, right? Let's keep this momentum going from these big wins against North St. Pete and, North Severe, South Severe. There are some big wins there towards the end of the season. I mean, is that kind of what you focus on, just getting back to finding that momentum ahead of the super regionals?
Yeah, we gotta get back to playing clean baseball. We just kind of chalked that one up as a bad day. We didn't have a great showing, and we just got to get back to playing clean, good baseball and not giving up so many free bases and just limiting our own mistakes, and I think we'll be in good shape.
Last week, when I had the opportunity to get out to practice and we talked to Trigg, I mean, he kind of echoed what you and I have talked about. When you guys are healthy, you can beat anyone in this Region 13. And I think it's the same thing for Carbon. If you go back and you take a look at some of their region games, they've struggled up to this point, only having one region win, but they literally can beat anyone within this division. To me, it comes across as one of those things where we have two teams that are much better than what their record would say. Is that a fair assessment?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and there's no, especially in our region, there's no region opponent that is a slouch. It's not a day off on any opponent. At any given point in time, they can play a good game and beat anybody. And so it's a tough region, and I think it's the same in all of 3A. I think when we're healthy and we're playing good ball, I don't think there's anybody in the state that we can't beat. And so, it's just same with Carbon. They got a good club. North St. Pete, Union, Manti, it's a tough region, and I think it helps us along the way. We might take some bumps and bruises, but ultimately, for our goal, we want to get better and continue to get better every day, and playing teams like that and facing them day in and day out makes us a better team and better club, and so it's all part of the process, and we enjoy it and learn from every game. So it's been good, and having that tough of teams, and Carbon's the same way. Yeah, they've only got one region win, but it's a tough region, and they can win anybody at any time.
I know at this stage, Coach, it goes by in a hurry. You and I seem to talk about that every time we get you on. It's just a lot of baseball in a very short period of time. But when you get to the final home game, there's always emotion, right? Even though the season is so fast. I know you got some seniors on this team that absolutely love baseball. Let's talk about this senior class and then playing their final game at Emery High. And really, it's a senior group that's been a part of some pretty special baseball, specifically around this time of the year, late April, early May.
Yeah, and it is. They've been here now for 4 years with me, and so when I took over, they were the freshman class, and so it's special to me to have them for 4 years, and it's always tough to say goodbye to them, but they've been a part of this program for 4 years now, and it's paying off for them. They love baseball. They play hard, and it's paid off for them, and having the experiences that we've had in the playoffs and moving forward with this year, and I think they can just keep the momentum going and keep that drive pushing us. I think that's what it'll take, is these seniors stepping up and making something happen.
Does that make it emotional for you, knowing that this is your first group, right? You worked with these kids since they were freshmen. I'm sure there's a moment where you think, okay, you're going to have these kids for another year, right? But the reality is you're not. This is it, and these are kids that have been there with you.
Yeah, it's definitely it's surreal when you get to that point in this stage of the game where we only got one more home game, and so it is emotional. But it's a good emotion. It's a good thing to see them and see how much they've grown from freshman to now, and so it's been a good thing for us, and I just try to enjoy every day with them.
I know we've kind of talked about this, Coach, but we'll end with this. I mean, going up against Carbon once again for the second time, is it as simple as just saying, hey, guys, we win this game if we don't commit errors?
Yeah, I mean, we've got to play clean baseball, and we got to stay aggressive at the plate. We've been pretty the last 6-7 games. We've been aggressive. We've been swinging at strikes, and it's paid off for us. We got a little bit away from that on Tuesday, so I mean we've got to play not necessarily error-free baseball, but we need to play clean baseball. Limit the multiple errors in an inning that leads to multiple runs. And just play clean baseball and be aggressive on the plate.
Coach, it's always great to get you on. Always fun to talk about the team. We'll see you at the game, and can't wait for it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Imagine a smooth, hassle-free journey to the front door of your new home with the Driggs Mortgage Team guiding you every step of the way. Hi, this is Greg Driggs. Our seasoned experts understand the ins and outs of home financing and refinancing. Come visit us at our new permanent address, 8 East Main in Price, where we plan to be a staple for years to come. Start your journey today. Call 801-427-3577. The Driggs Mortgage Team, NMLS number 272076, Equal Housing Opportunity. Driggs Mortgage Team is a DBA of Premier Mortgage Resources, LLC, NMLS 1169.
Looking for the perfect mattress? We've got you covered. At Bill's Home Furnishings, we have the largest selection of mattresses in eastern Utah, including the highly rated Serta Perfect Sleeper. And when it comes to price, we're competitive with anywhere in the state. But we're more than just mattresses. From quality furniture and home accessories to reliable appliances, we've got everything you need to make your house a home. Stop by Bill's Home Furnishings today, where selection, savings, and service meet. Right here in eastern Utah.
At Oliver Law, we specialize in criminal defense and DUI. Everyone needs to know their rights. Let us guide you through the criminal justice minefield. At Oliver Law, we still believe in innocent until proven guilty.
In the heart of Carbon and Emery counties, Quick Realty is here to help you make the right move. Experience the future of home buying with our Matterport 3D tours, giving you an immersive look at your potential home from anywhere. Meet our dedicated team of local professionals, just real people who care, walking you through every step of the way. As a Zillow Premier and Realtor.com specialist, Quick Realty is your trusted expert, handling everything from residential, commercial, and mountain properties to property management. Your dream home is just a call away. Let Quick Realty help you find it.
Auto Farm Price Ford has your next vehicle. They offer guaranteed lowest prices. Come check out the selection of Ford F-Series trucks, including America's most popular truck, the Ford F-150.
We have them all right here in Price. Stop in and see us for a different experience.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
Hi, I'm Tim Frame with Cache Valley Bank here in Price. Making the right financial decisions for your future can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to do it alone. Whether you're planning a new construction project, growing a business, or just looking for a better way to save, my team and I are here to provide the local expertise and personal guidance you deserve. Stop by our lobby or use our drive-thru today. Let's make a plan for your success right here in Castle Valley. Cache Valley Bank.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Plumbing issues don't happen every day, but when they do, it's good to know that there's a plumber you can trust right here in the Castle Country. The Swell Plumber has over 30 years of experience and has proven that he's reliable. Here's what some customers have said about the Swell Plumber.
Kurt was amazing. He came out to the house the same day and got quotes to us very quickly.
Kurt kept in touch with us with updates as things progressed. I was definitely pleased.
For residential and commercial plumbing, go to theswellplumber.com and book your appointment today.
Now, back to the action. The high school baseball game of the week on KOAL 107.3 FM.
Welcome back into the high school baseball game of the week. Carbon and Emery getting ready to wrap up the regular season. Jordan Buscarini alongside Travis Anderson on the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. Travis, we got the mound visit right now. You know, one of the interesting things that kept getting brought up during the last Carbon and Emery broadcast with Sonny and Aiden, they were talking about the team that strikes first, the team that can make a dent in the scoreboard early. That typically seems to be the team that can pull away for a win. I know that was not the case for Carbon earlier this week, but in your mind, the importance of scoring first in a rivalry game like this, how important is it?
I think it's somewhat important because then the other team might start to press a little bit. They might feel a little bit of pressure. They might do certain things like routine ground balls. They might hesitate. They might make the wrong decision on plays going towards the bag. So I think it's important in context, but I don't know how important it is because, like you said, we saw it last night with the Carbon game. They were up 5-0, then they get up 7-3, and they just couldn't maintain the lead late in the game. So it's somewhat important, but I don't know how important.
I think in a rivalry game, you always have a little bit more of emotion, right? And so maybe it does play a little bit more of a factor. Coming into this afternoon's game, Emery with a record of 2-5 in region play. Carbon on the flip side, 1-6. Emery did sweep North Sanpete, a team that swept Carbon. Okay, Carbon trying to sweep Emery. One thing that has become abundantly clear within this region, there are no such things as off nights, and we know that both of these teams that we are about to watch today, they're capable.
Yeah, in the latest power rankings, Emery jumped Carbon because of that loss last night by the Dinos of the Morgan Trojans. So it's an important game here for seeding as we move into the state playoff bracket.
Let's take a look at the RPI and the way it is working going into the final day. Union, right now, the number one team in the state. That's a squad that I believe both Emery and Carbon can play with. I think they've proven that.
Yeah, I think so too. I agree with you. Union's good, but I think both these teams can compete with Union.
That's a Region 13 team of the Union Cougars. Grantsville in second right now with the RPI. Delta third, Canyon View fourth, Manti fifth. Okay, then we flip and we take a look at 6 through 10. That's Morgan at 6, North Sanpete, Juab, Providence Hall, and Emery. Carbon 11, Richfield 12, Ogden 13, Logan 14, Ben Lomond 15. If the playoffs were to begin today, you got to remember one gets a bye. So we're looking at 2-15, then we go 3-14, we work our way down. So Emery in that 7-10 matchup would put them against North Sanpete. That's a team that they just swept. That's a good matchup, I would believe, for Emery. Pitching matters. There's no question. I don't think wins and losses typically tell the whole story in the game of baseball, especially when you have non-region games mixed in with region games. But the fact is, Emery did beat North Sanpete twice, and that would be their first-round opponent if the playoffs started today.
Yeah, so there's an important game right in front of us, and these two teams looking to move up in the standings. If Carbon gets a win, they probably re-jump Emery. They get into that slot, and they'd be slated to face North Sanpete, a team that they have played the last 2 years in the playoffs.
And you're aware of who Carbon would play right now, being the number 11 seed, right?
Yeah, well aware.
They would get Morgan. That's who they would go up against, right?
I don't know if that's a bad matchup for the Dinos because they really went at Morgan, and they were up early in that game, so if it's North Sanpete, it's Morgan. I think for the Carbon Dinos, if you get Morgan, I don't think that's a bad matchup.
Honestly, in the 5-12 range, Manti against Richfield, again, I don't know that there's a favorable matchup in the 5-12 when you're talking about Manti, Morgan, North Sanpete, Juab, Providence Hall, Emery, Carbon, Richfield. I don't know that anyone would feel secure in those games. The biggest factor would obviously be home field advantage.
Yeah, probably going on the road to start unless, there's dramatic changes in the standings.
If we go back and look at Tuesday's game, maybe that is the biggest storyteller, right? We just saw these two teams square off not long ago. We did talk to manager Chase Julian about this earlier. The biggest problem for Emery, playing clean baseball. And I think that's also been something we've talked to manager Rob Smith about all season long. You got to play clean baseball, and you got to have an aggressive approach when you are in the box. Emery did not play clean baseball against Carbon. You take a look at the outing for Trig Jensen. I talked about Trig getting into trouble early on in that game. Really, Travis, we go back and we look at the way Trig threw the ball. I mean, he only gave up 1 earned run over 3 innings. We saw the pitch count really rise because of errors in the field. That proved to be the difference.
That cost the Dinos last night at Morgan with the defensive miscues. A ball that's hit its routine looks like you're going to turn 2. Instead, you get a fielder's choice. The inning prolongs, and as that inning goes on, you lose 8-7. So defense is going to matter today. Both these teams struggle defensively.
I think the biggest factor that doesn't get talked about enough when we look at errors in the high school game of baseball, Xander Pappas, when a complete game on Tuesday, looked great. Carbon had 1 error, right? So not only is the defense making plays behind you, but you start looking at the pitch count. At no point in time in that game that I ever feel like Xander was not in control. Emery, on the flip side, you look at the errors, and before you know it, you got 2 on, and they've reached via error. Right? I mean, it changes the whole complexion of the ball game. And so anytime you hear, manager Rob Smith or Chase Julian talk here on KOAL, you probably hear them talk about errors an awful lot and playing clean baseball. Well, that's the number one reason why. What you can alleviate from your pitcher when you're not prolonging innings.
Yeah, that's the problem, though. If you have errors and your pitcher's rolling, then you're just taxing your pitching because you're adding more pitches to an inning that shouldn't even be there.
As far as plate approach, Carbon was really balanced offensively, but once again, freshman Jason Urbanek, fantastic for the Dinos earlier this week. He went 2 for 3, also had an RBI, and you got to pay attention to where Jason is at in the lineup. Only as a freshman, he continues to work his way up. He has been key in flipping that lineup. He'll be batting out of the 7 spot this evening.
Yeah, one of their better hitters, maybe their best hitter on this team. I think his average is 380.
As we are getting set for this game, we'll take a look at the lineup for the Dinos. They will get the first at bat, and leading off will be Logan Bennett. And Logan, he also had a very solid outing at the plate earlier this week as he went 1 for 4, did score a run, had a couple of productive at-bats. It goes beyond registering a hit. Cash Withers will be batting out of the 2 spot. He wears number 5. He'll be playing left field. And then you have Maddox Wilson batting out of the 3 spot, wearing number 17 and playing first base. We'll take a look at both lineups when we return. We are preparing for the national anthem. And then after that, it's game time. Carbon and Emery coming up on 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a 4-legged word.
When your comfort is on the line, trust the experts who care. At Air Temp Heating and Cooling, we've been dedicated to keeping Castle Country cozy since 1999. Our certified technicians are ready with 24/7 emergency service and the latest knowledge in heating and cooling technology. As a proud Bryant authorized dealer, we'll do whatever it takes to ensure your home or business stays comfortable year-round. Call Air Temp Heating and Cooling today at 637-4468.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie Smith.
Discover peace of mind with Don's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing your savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Don's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM.
Back in following the national anthem, gearing up for the first pitch. We'll now take a look again at the starting lineup for the Carbon Dinos. And as we see batting leadoff, Logan Bennett playing center field. Cash Withers will be out of the 2 spot in left field. Maddox Wilson will be batting third. He will be playing first base as well. Batting cleanup for the Dinos. We'll see number 8, Jordan Nichols. In right field, number 3, Brody Ware batting out of the 5 spot. Jason Urbanek, who leads the team with a .390 average, batting out of the 7 spot. Caden Sandoval will be playing second base, batting 8. And then we'll see Paxton Falk batting 8, playing third base. Jackson Bassoni will be playing shortstop, batting 9. Let's take a look at the defensive positions for the Emery Spartans. We talked about Garrett Conover, Travis, getting the start on the mound this afternoon. Emery has looked different ever since G has come back. There's no question. He'll be throwing to the man behind home plate, Tice Larson. At first base, we'll see Ben Johansson. At second base, Bodie Norton. Shortstop, Trick Jensen. Third base, Drake Stilson. We take a look at the outfield for the Spartans. Trey Nielsen out in left field, Bo Stilson in right field, and at center, Peyton Nielsen. Again, the manager for Emery High School, Chase Julian. The manager for Carbon High School, Rob Smith. Travis, we look at Garrett Conover. You're going to see 3 pitches. He can go to a fourth. Typically, he likes to stick to the fastball and the slider. He'll throw a curve from time to time, and he does have a changeup as well. But for the most part, you're going to see fastball, off-speed slider. That's what you're looking for from Garrett Conover this afternoon.
And for the Dinos, it's about patience when you see that slider. I think it's going to tell like it's coming down the center of the plate. Then at the last second, it's going to bite towards the other side of the batter's box. So got to be patient with that slider. Got to pick the ball up early on.
Logan Bennett set to lead things off as Conover gets a couple of more warm-ups in. Emery and Carbon to wrap up the regular season. Always fun when these two teams get together. And as I said, there's a lot going on here at Emery High School. In the field right next to us, we also have the senior night for the girls softball team. Emery trying to wrap things up with a win over North Sanpete. Emery comes out wearing all white uniforms, Carbon with the black tops and the white bottoms. And we are set to go. Logan Bennett will step to the plate. Bennett has been a huge bright spot for this Dino team. He comes in to this afternoon's tilt hitting .329 on the season. Also very capable of knocking extra base hits. Carbon got off to a great start on Tuesday. They'll look to replicate it. Conover versus Bennett. Larson behind home plate, and we are set to go. First pitch, swing and a miss. Travis goes high out of the zone, but he's working the fastball. Bennett saw it, liked it, and we have a whiff. 0-1 count to get things rolling.
The elevated fastball. It's coming down the center, and then at the last second has that bite where it elevates up, and as a hitter, you're thinking dead red, I'm going to hit that ball.
0-1 on the way. Bennett swings, misses again, so now he finds himself down 0-2. Jumping ahead of the count, huge for Conover, as he has an opportunity to sit down the Dinos' leadoff man. And Bennett, again, .329, went 1 for 4 on Tuesday. 0-2, this one is low out of the zone, and ball 1.
And that's that pitch there where you have to be patient as that ball bites into the dirt. He wants you to chase, and that's good patience early on by Logan.
1-2 count. On deck for the Dinos, Cash Withers, who's hitting .347. So a lot of pop early on in the lineup. Conover goes off speed, sells out of the zone. Counts now even at 2.
Trying to work that fastball up in the zone prior to that first pitch he got. That time just too high up in the batter's box.
5th pitch in the count. After 2 strikes, counts even at 2. This time a swing and a miss, and Larson comes up with it, and Conover will set Bennett down swinging for the first out in the top of the first.
So that pitch sequence, that second pitch he threw, you laid off. Then he comes back on that strikeout pitch where that ball tails into the dirt, and he gets a chase strikeout.
Cash Withers steps to the plate, again hitting .347 on the year for the Dinos. No one on, one down. And Conover once again able to jump ahead as he gets a swing and a miss for strike 1. Withers on Tuesday did have an RBI, knocked an extra base hit. Happened to be the lone extra base hit for the Dinos in that game. And Conover with a rare miss just off of the outside, counts even at 1. Patient at bat for Cash Withers. Righty on righty here in the second at bat. 1-1 on the way, off speed, trying to get inside, and does. Travis, there's the changeup, and now it's a 1-2 count. Conover back in front.
That starts him off with a couple fastballs, and that off-speed pitch right there. And as a hitter, you're thinking fastball again, you can't catch up with it.
This one sails out of the zone, counts even at 2. Again, about 4 pitches that Conover can go to. You see why he's comfortable with the fastball, comfortable with the curve, and the slider as well.
This one might be one of those in the dirt chase pitch.
Steady attacks, goes right at him, and he's got strikeout number 2. Works a fastball. Withers can't keep up with it, and now there's 2 down as Maddox Wilson will step to the plate. A thrilling start for Garrett Conover.
That telling fastball right up into the dirt. Good job by the catcher to block tag the batter out. Second out on a strikeout.
We talk about the early lineup for the Dinos, the 1-2-3. Maddox Wilson steps up, hitting .323 on the season. Maddox was effective on Tuesday as well. He does have 11 RBIs, which puts him in the upper half for the team throughout the season. Nobody on, 2 down, top of the first. Conover has it all working for the Spartans to get things rolling. This time he sails out of the zone once again. When he's missed the zone, Travis, it's been high so far here in the first inning, and those have been rare misses.
Yeah, that one right there is just, again, elevated. He's trying to get a chase swing. He can't, so that's good patience.
This time Wilson's able to lay off out of the zone low. Counts now 2-0.
That's a good pitch there. That's even a better at-bat so far to lay off.
Wilson found a way to get on in that game on Tuesday. And now he's looking at a free base as he takes once again. Counts now 3-0.
So if they give him the green light to go, you know you're going to get something to hit here. So
would you be surprised if he gets the green light on the 3-0?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
And missing out of the zone high once again. So Wilson will take his free base. His OBP on the season is .462, and he'll take a freebie. And the Dinos have their first runner aboard, 2 down, top of the first inning, and that brings up Brody Ware.
Now Conover has to come out of the stretch, so.
I take that back. Excuse me. Jordan Nichols, Brody Ware on deck. A little bit of a difference when you got a pitch out of the stretch, right?
Yep. It changes how you want to attack hitters. You can see right now that one, he's missed 5 in a row now.
Yeah, Conover tried to go outside with a fastball and just missed. Jordan Nichols again batting out of the cleanup spot. Number 4, he's the pitcher/designated hitter this afternoon for the Dinos. Nichols hitting .355. Pickoff throw over to first in time, and that's the way the inning ends. Conover caught me sleeping here in the broadcast booth.
That is such a sneaky pickoff play. Comes and then fires over to first. Wilson napping over at first, gets picked off, ends the inning. And for the Dinos, they got to go in the field now. But, you know, that's 5 straight misses, and then you get picked off. That's a tough break in the top half of the first.
Basically, in order to close out the inning, Carbon did have 1 runner aboard, but the pickoff makes it all for naught. Emery will get their chance to draw first blood on the scoreboard. Due up, Ben Johansson, Trig Jensen, and Peyton Nilsson. When we return, we go to the bottom of the first. It's Carbon and Emery on 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farlano's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farlano's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farlano's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
Now, back to the action. The high school baseball game of the week on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Bottom of 1, no score. Emery about to get their first at bat. Again, due up for the Spartans. Ben Johansson, Trig Jensen, Peyton Nilsson. But Travis in the top of the first, Garrett Conover sits 2 down swinging and then closes out the top half of the frame with a pickoff throw over to first. Couldn't ask for a better start outside of one walk, putting Maddox Wilson on first base.
Not only one walked, and then for the Dinos, just caught napping. That's just a mistake on the base paths. We talk about it in the open about the mistakes you can't have in a game like this, and you get picked off at first base on a pitcher that you had missed 5 straight, and you thought you had something going.
Ben Johansson will lead things off for Emery. Comes into this afternoon's game hitting .373 on the season. And he is in the top half, second on the team in hits. And you know what's amazing about Ben? When you're batting out of the leadoff spot, if you can hit double digits in RBIs, you're doing something well. And he's done exactly that with 10 on the season.
I think Emery's approach in this inning is patience. Don't chase. Don't get quick outs.
He takes ball 1. Nichols' second pitch. Johansson gets a piece of it. Foul tip back to the netting. Counts even at 1-1.
Kind of an excuse me swing. You could see he wasn't quite sure if he wanted to hack at it. Gets the bat on the ball and fouls it off towards the Carbon dugout.
Johansson did get 1 hit on Tuesday, and hits came at a premium for Emery. He fouls off another one behind home plate. Now he finds himself down 1-2. So while Nichols fell behind early with a ball, he's got Johansson swinging at the next 2 pitches that have gone in foul territory.
Good pitch, jammed him. Nothing you can do. Even if you make contact with it, you're going to slow roll that one. That's an easy out.
Urbanek, the catcher for Carbon. Nichols. He gets Johansson swinging, and the Dinos have their first out of the game. No one aboard. And Johansson extremely aggressive, Travis. He took ball 1. He swung at the next 3 pitches, and that's how Nichols records his first K of the afternoon.
And Nichols sets him up, goes ball 1 outside, then comes back inside with 2 pitches that jammed him up. Then the third one, you go back outside on a chase swing, and you get the first punch out.
Trig Jensen comes to the plate. Trig has been on a hot streak on the mound, even though he did take the loss against Carbon on Tuesday. Had a no-hitter just a couple of weeks ago against North Severe. And also pitched very, very well just a week ago. Here's one of the 3-year starters for the Emery Spartans. The junior Trig, the lefty. He's giving Nichols a different look, and he takes ball 1 and ball 2. So now working a hitter's count.
2 pitches up in the zone. You can see he's trying to work away from him. See if he comes back in and can get something to roll over.
Trig hitting just a smidge over 300 on the season. He watches ball 3 go by off of the outside. And a similar situation to Maddox Wilson at the top half of the inning with the 3-0 count. However, right now, only 1 down, no one aboard. You're watching, right? You keep the bat on your shoulder?
Yeah.
Trig says, no, I'm going to swing, and he grounds over to first. Wilson is able to field it. Beautiful play as Nichols is able to work his way over to first, steps on the bag, and Emery has 2 down.
Bang, bang play. That's a good job of hustling over there and to get that out on a 3-0. That's the pitch he wanted. He makes the right pitch, and all you can do as a batter is you're going to roll over the top of that, and that's a weak ground ball out.
Interesting to swing on the 3-0. Typically, you'll see batters go on the 3-1. As you said, he saw something he liked. He took a swing, ground ball over to first, and we have 2 down as Peyton Nilsson will come now to the plate for the first time. And he swings at the very first pitch. An aggressive approach for Emery. And Julian talked about that. Coach Julian saying he wanted his team to be aggressive. He's got 3 of his top hitters leading off this inning, and they're swinging. Peyton Nilsson hitting .346 on the year. He's now faced with an 0-1 count. Nichols goes inside. Nilsson watches it go by. Count draws even at 1.
Inside almost hit him, but that's not a bad pitch at all. You're just working him inside, trying to get him, again, to roll over the top of the ball, similar to the last out.
Nichols misses this one just high and out of the zone. Count is now 2-1.
That one right there, elevator, you're trying to get him to chase, and that's good patience not to chase that one.
Garrett Conover in the on-deck circle for Emery. Spartans trying to get a runner aboard in the bottom half of the first with no score. Nichols tries to work inside once again. This time he paints the corner, and the count draws even at 2-2. You saw Nilsson kind of flinch a little bit.
Nothing you can do as a batter, though. Even if you make contact with
Jams him up.
It's an out. Yeah, That's a great pitch.
Nichols on the 2-2. Nilsson swings, and he finds the outfield. A ground ball trickles in between third and short into left, and Emery's got a runner aboard in the first hit of the game, a single by Peyton Nilsson on a count that was working against him.
Yeah, not much. That's a routine ground ball. It's a slow roller that just found the outfield grass, and it's good hitting.
Garrett Conover now up to bat, hitting .350 for Emery.
Diving attempt just go right over the top of the baseball, and it trickles into left field.
Here's a stud multi-sport athlete for the Spartans. He gets it done on the football field and on the basketball court, and he'll watch strike one come by off speed inside.
I think he wants that one back. If he swings at that one, he might have drove that one to the outfield. That was a slow curveball right in the heart of the plate.
We know he can hit a ton. He's got multiple extra base hits under his name, and he hit one a mile the other night. Here's a steal for Emery. They now have a runner in scoring position, as Nielsen was able to steal from first to second with ease.
That's a great job of picking up the pitcher, knowing he has that high leg kick where he's slow to the plate, and you can run on that. No chance.
First time a runner's reached scoring position for either team. Bottom of the first. Still 0-0. Conover faced with a 1-1 count against Nichols. Nielsen gets off to a large lead over at second. Conover swings, drives one into deep left field, and this one's going to go all the way back to the warning track and bounce off of the fence. Conover has an RBI double, and Emery scores first. Garrett Conover helping his own cause.
He came back to that curveball. That was the first pitch he threw, and if he got that one again, that was something to hit, and he drives it to the left field gap. And that's 1-0. So anything that was into the outfield was going to score that run anyways once he got to second base.
Back-to-back hits. And now Bo Stilson, one of the few seniors on this club, will step up out of the 5 spot. He's the protection for Conover, hitting .366. And we know that Bo is also a threat once he gets on base. Right now he's got a runner in scoring position. Nichols goes off speed. This one never finds the zone. It sails high for ball one. Well, we talked about scoring first.
And runners in scoring position.
We'll see how this affects the game as Stilson will step out of the box in a quick timeout. Conover standing at second. Talked about how he hit the ball a ton on Tuesday. When he's got some power, Travis, he just turned on it, lifted it, floats right over the left fielder, bounces at the warning track, and hits the fence. Beautiful piece of at-bat. Here comes Stilson, a ground ball. This one sneaks through as well, and Conover is held up at third. It would have been a close play at home, but off back-to-back-to-back hits, there's now runners at the corner for Emery. And stepping to the plate is Easton Stoker, the designated hitter.
I think Withers did a good job of getting to that ball quickly and firing it back into the infield. And for Emery, it looked like you were for sure going to get a second run. Instead, the heads-up play by the Dinos keeps him at third base.
So now the pressure comes up to Stoker, who's hitting just below 300 on the season at 295.
Second ball that's been hit into the left field.
All 3 of them have been hit into left field, actually, yeah. 2 on the ground, 1 through the air. You would wonder if Stilson would almost just take a free base from first to second. He stays put as Nichols misses out of the zone for ball one.
Yeah, you can't make that throw, so he should be able to just to take second. If you're the Dinos, you just have to put that in your pocket. You don't make that throw down to second.
Peyton Nilsson not only singling, but stealing first to second, kind of flipped this inning on its head where it looked as if Carbon was going to get out of the 1-2-3. And there's the free base for Stilson. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Stoker as the count is even at 1.
He cut that off just in case he gets a little too far off third base and fires over there, but back in time and safely. So yeah, 2 in scoring position, a base hit in the outfield, probably scores 2 now.
Stoker the batter. Nichols the pitcher for Carbon. And this time he misses just high at the eyes. Counts now 2-1.
And that's important early on in games, putting runners on and seeing how your defense and how your pitching reacts to it.
Emery was aggressive early, tapered back the aggression a bit, picking their spots a little bit more. And because of it, they've scored 1 run, and they're looking to add to it. Stoker fouls one down the third baseline, counts now even at 2. Big pitch for Nichols. He can get out of a jam, and Urbanek wants to talk to him about it. We'll have a timeout on the field.
Yeah, you're a strike away and out away of getting out of this inning with only giving up 1 run.
3 hits in the frame for Emery, and they have come back to back to back. Nielsen, Conover, and Stilson. 2 stolen bases as well. 1 strikeout for Nichols in this inning. He's looking for number 2. A punch out here could minimize the damage. Two on the way. Stoker watches it hit the dirt. Urbanek does a terrific job of keeping it in front of him. If that ball passes, it's an easy run for Emery with Conover at third, but the freshman steps up big.
Yeah, Urbanek does a good job. Gets the blocker down, make sure the ball just stays right in front of him. Now full count. Big pitcher in this bottom half of the first.
There is a base open for Carbon. It wouldn't be the worst if Stoker is walked. 3-2 pitch to try to get out of the inning. Nichols, the delivery. Swing, Stoker says, let's do it again. Count remains 3-2. On deck for Emery is Trey Nielsen. And Nielsen hitting under 200 on the season. Back half of the lineup, though, for Emery has produced as of late.
You can go away right here, and like you said with that open base, bring him up, and then any base you get an out. But you've got to be selective on how you approach this. You can't leave something down the center.
3-2, swing, I would say a miss, but Stoker did get a piece of it. So he'll foul it off, and for the third time, we'll go 3-2.
Got away with one. That pitch is right down the middle, and just tardy on the swing.
Again, Nielsen on deck. Right now, Stoker, the 6th batter that Nichols has faced in the opening inning. 1-0 Emery, a chance to add a couple of more with 2 in scoring position. 3-2 on its way, and this one is high out of the zone. And as we talked about the open base, Stoker will take it. That loads him up for Trey Nielsen.
They just held on to it too long. You could see that ball. He's trying to throw that curveball, but he just had the grip too tight. And as he lets it go, he just held on too long. And that's why it sells over the top for a walk.
It's the first freebie of the game. But Emery putting together a little 2-out rally. Johansson and Jensen both sat down, and from Peyton Nielsen on, Emery's had base runners.
See if you go fastball in the inner half, see if you can ground out.
Swing on the very first pitch. Trey is being aggressive, puts it in foul territory. This one lands safely to the ground at the dirt. 0-1, Nichols jumps ahead.
It did come inside and fouls it off. Long run, a lot of foul ground over there, and it clicks off the fence onto the ground, so strike 1.
Talked about the back half of the lineup being able to just flip that card. I mean, it's huge, and for Emery, you're going to go into that 8-9-1 spot going into the second inning, regardless of the outcome. 0-1 pitch from Nichols. This one was in the zone, and it's right back at you, Travis. If we didn't have the beautiful enclosure at Emery High, you might have been able to catch that one. Counts 0-2.
Definitely a catch up here.
You think?
Oh, yeah. Guaranteed.
You're getting old, man. I don't know if the reflexes are what they used to be. I'm right there with you. 0-2 count, swing, Nielsen lines one right up the middle over the top of second base. Conover will score. More runs for Emery as Stilson also touches home plate. So Trey Nielsen comes through on an 0-2 shot to center field, and the 2-out rally for Emery continues.
Those off speeds, and he shoots it right over the top of the second base bag. It hits the lip of the grass where the dirt meets and trickles into center field. And with a bases-loaded jam, 2 runs come across the plate.
Emery off to an electric start. And they have 2 on. Tice Larson, the catcher, will step up.
Looked like he got that off the end of the bat, maybe on the inner half of the hands, and muscled it through.
Beautiful piece of hitting. That's 4 hits now for Emery in this opening frame.
And outside of the one shot to left field between left and center, everything else has been a little bit slow on the ground. It's not like Emery's crushing the baseball.
They had 5 hits in the game on Tuesday, 4 already in the first inning. The bats have come alive. Count now even at 1-1 for Nichols. He's been one pitch away from getting out of this inning on multiple occasions. Credit the Emery batters for staying patient, picking their spot, and delivering with runners in scoring position. It's 3-0 Carbon at the end of the first inning on Tuesday. 3-0 Emery. 1-1. Larson will watch the ball go out of the zone. Counts now 2-1.
Talk about the stress you put on when you get runners on base. The way you pitch, the sequences you go through, just changes everything up in the game. And right now, for the Dinos, they're struggling in this bottom half of the first.
Larson this time watches an off-speed pitch miss out of the zone. Counts now 3-1. Hitters count with one runner in scoring position, 2 on board. Larson batting out of the 8th spot with Bodie Norton on deck. Could be a big one here for Nichols as he tries to get out of this inning. One pitch could do it. 3-1 count, 2 aboard. Nichols takes a long look at the runner at second. Pitch, Larson swings. He pops this one up into shallow right, and that will do it. So Emery will strand 2 in the opening frame, but they hit the ball a ton. 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 runners left on board. No errors, but 3 earned runs for Jordan Nichols as we go to the second inning. Emery in control 3-0. Due up for the Dinos, Jordan Nichols, Brody Ware, and Jason Urbanek. It's the high school baseball game of the week on 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
I was hoping to talk to someone about updating my insurance policy.
I am able to understand complete sentences.
That was a complete sentence?
I didn't understand that.
Why can't I just talk to a person?
No one talks to humans anymore.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
I hear you. Why don't we review your coverage with a super check?
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jill Jensen in Price today.
Discover the strength and beauty of Flawless Sheeting's metal siding and roofing solutions. Designed to endure and crafted to conserve energy, the products offered by Flawless Sheeting ensure your home not only looks good, but feels good too. Plus, they come with a 40-year warranty. Enjoy superior durability and enhanced comfort year-round with new roofing from Flawless Sheeting. Ready to upgrade? Call Flawless Sheeting at 636-7300 and elevate the way you live.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Big first inning for the Emery Spartans. They jump out scoring 3 against the Carbon Dinos. And as we go to the top of the second, Carbon's got to look to get back into this. Travis, a tremendous inning for Emery all the way around. Nichols got the first 2 outs, and he set on multiple 3-2 counts, got down to the final strike on, I believe, 2 occasions, but Emery found a way to plate 3 runs, putting together a nice 2-out rally.
That 2-out rally, like you said, 3 runs off that. And a bunch of times the Dinos could have got out of the inning and giving up 0 runs. Instead, it's a 3-run deficit now.
So Nichols will step back up to the plate for the Dinos. And he watches strike 1 peg the inside corner. Nichols did have a runner aboard in the top half of the first inning. Maddox Wilson was picked off over at first base, and that's how the frame came to a close for Carbon. So Nichols can resume. He finds himself down 0-1 against Conover, who looked great, did miss high out of the zone, but Carbon did chase a time or 2 in the first inning, and right now this count is even at 1.
And going back to the last inning, 5 of the last 6 have been balls.
2 strikeouts for Conover so far. Nichols batting out of the 4 spot for the Dinos. The 1-1 on the way. And this one popped out of play, down the first base line into deep right field, out of play, strike 2. Conover has been in control. There's no question about it. I always love when you see the pitcher versus pitcher. Nichols has an opportunity to help his own cause, and he's been electric for Carbon at the plate so far this season. He's hitting .355, and you look at the extra base hit capability, he's got 8 on the season, including 6 doubles. This go-around, he'll sit down swinging. That one a tad bit high, saw it, liked it, couldn't hit it, and Conover has his 3rd strikeout of the afternoon.
Yeah, that ball you think is going to be center, and then it has that bite at the last second where it tails up, and you can't connect with it. You're chasing above it, and it's a strikeout pitch, and that's what he wants you to do. That elevated fastball he wants you to chase, and he got what he needed, a chase strikeout.
Brody Ware will step to the plate, the senior for Carbon, hitting over 300. And he swings at the very first pitch, drives it foul for strike one. Well, if you're Carbon, you're just looking for a runner at this particular time. You know, once you get a board, you can go ahead and be aggressive. But I think it's just getting someone aboard right now. Ware swings, pops this one down the first base line. That was nearly an extra base hit, but it drops in foul territory for strike two.
Couple late swings. You can see that he's late and he's pulling the ball first base side. He's just trying to shoot it between first and second.
Ware with 21 hits on the season. And did he go through? Yes, he did. Strike three. So another quick at-bat for the Dinos and make that 4 strikeouts for Garrett Conover, who is working on another level right now, Travis, looking for a 1-2-3 inning.
Tried to pull the bat back, didn't want to swing at it, commits to it. And like you said, 4 strikeout, back-to-back. And so far, it looks like Emery's going to have a quick inning.
Well, we said that for Carbon, and then Emery exploded on that 2-out rally. Jason Urbanek, who has been Mr. Reliable for the Dinos, will step to the plate. He swings at the very first pitch, and Carbon has its first hit. Urbanek comes through yet again. He's been seeing beach balls all year at the plate, Travis, and that time an easy poke into left field. Carbon's got a runner aboard.
That's great hitting, great approach. Get in the batter's box, know that you've got to have a base hit, got to get something going, and he shoots it between third and shortstop into the left field grass. And like you said, he's been swinging all year long. 390 coming in.
Caden Sandoval will now step up to the plate. Sandoval had a big moment in the game against Emery on Tuesday when the Dinos kind of had their breakthrough. Sandoval stepped up, had a quality at bat. Now, I know you look at hits, right? You look at RBIs, you look at runs. But, Travis, quality at bats are huge. And a pickoff throw over to first. Conover puts it in the dirt. Johansson can't dig it out. And that ball bounces all the way to the fence. So a free base now for Urbanek. He's in scoring position at second.
First inning, they got that play. Same situation with 2 outs. You get a play over at first. Logan was picked off this time. Dirts it, and Urbanek moves up to second.
See if Sandoval can come through yet again for the Dinos with a quality at bat as they hit the bottom of the lineup. Paxton Falk is on deck. Conover takes a look over at second. He'll focus on the batter, and he finds the zone strike one. Looked a little high from our vantage point, but at the shoulders, and Conover jumps ahead of yet another count. That seems to be the theme today. He finds ways to jump ahead.
Been ahead of hitters, and it makes life easy as a pitcher when you're ahead in the count.
So Vigil, the courtesy runner for Urbanek over at second. High pitch counts now even at 1. First time Carbon's had a runner in scoring position, trying to recover from that 3-run first inning. Looking for a little 2-out magic of their own. Sandoval watches on the 1-1. This one is high out of the zone, and Conover is now slipped behind. It's been a rhythm thing for him, Travis. He'll unload, pound the zone, miss about 4 or 5 times, and then pound the zone again.
A little bit off balance on that one. Looked like he slipped on the mound coming off. But it's 2-1 now. See if the Dinos can get a run off a hit in the outfield.
This time out of the zone yet again. 3-1 hitters count for Sandoval. And again, Vigil getting off to a massive lead over at second. Falk is on deck. It's a big moment for the Dinos, trying to stifle the momentum built by Emery in the top half of the first inning. If Sandoval can find a way to get on board, Falk hitting .254 will put himself in a pretty big spot early on in this game. Conover works the zone inside, and that fastball delivers for strike 2.
Good pitch.
Is a good pitch. Paints the zone. Great frame by Larson as well from behind the plate. 3-2 count. Big pitch. Lead off for Vigil over at second. Conover puts this one in the dirt, and Sandoval will take a free bag. That was a stellar at-bat again by Sandoval.
Great approach. The prior one to that last pitch, it was close. Looked like a ball from here. If we had ABS, who knows what would have happened, right, Jordan? but that's a great approach to get up there. Now you bring the tying run to the plate.
Don't give them any ideas. We don't have a pitch clock or a hit clock yet in high school baseball, but I would assume within the next decade it probably makes its way in. No ABS. Are you a fan of the ABS?
When it works towards the Cincinnati Reds' advantage, I am.
Paxton Falk steps up to the plate. The righty's got 2 on board. Big leadoff for V-Hill over at second. Sandoval at first. Conover in his first jam of the game, and he tries to go inside, and he pegs Falk right on the back. And now bases are loaded.
Off-speed curveball plunks Paxton. And now pressure situation here for Conover. How does he get out of this inning unscathed with the bases loaded with 2 outs?
Well, he's got 4 strikeouts, 1 hit by pitch. He's also got 2 walks, and the Dinos with just 1 hit, yet the bases are juiced. Nowhere to put them.
First pitch, if it's there, I'm attacking.
First pitch fastball goes inside, and that made contact on Jackson Bozzoni. So back-to-back beanballs, and the Dinos crack the scoreboard as V-Hill will cross home plate.
Couple walks, all right, a walk, and then 2 batters that you plunk drives in 1 run, and for the Carbon Dinos, you'll take any run you can get. Tried to come inside, came too far inside. Last 2 batters.
Well, we have our first mound visit for Emery High, and again, we're talking about the 2 outs. This inning starts with a strikeout of Nichols, a strikeout of Ware. From that point, Jason Urbanek, the freshman, he gets the rally going with a single, Travis, and then a walk, and then followed by 2 players hit by pitches, and that's how we've gotten to 3-1 with bases juiced. As the top half of the order will come to the plate for the Dinos, you can't ask for anything more if you're manager Rob Smith. Working against 2 outs, you have Logan Bennett at the plate.
And Conover's got to be protective here. He can't throw anything on the inside half of the plate where he can get his hands turned and drive that ball in that outfield gap. That happens, the Dinos are going to parade around the bases.
Bennett definitely capable of bringing in runs on an extra base hit. He's hitting .329 on the season. Struck out in his first at-bat, but now he can flip this game over, and Conover tries to work it inside. A flinch from Bennett. He takes ball 1.
Almost hit him.
It was close. It was really close.
So you can see that the control's an issue. So if you're the Dinos right now, just be patient. Don't chase. Wait for your pitch.
Bases juiced. In the dirt, Larson is able to poke the ball down to the ground. It bounces up, and he's able to keep the runners at bay. 2-0 count.
Yeah, I'm taking 2-0. I'm not swinging on this 2-0 because his control's an issue right now, and he's missed.
The last 3 batters have reached without swinging the bat. Haven't had to.
Yeah, make him throw a strike. Right now, if your plate approach is, I'm taking this pitch.
2-0 count. Fastball, and this time Conover puts it right down Broadway for strike 1. Count sitting at 2-1.
That's right. You got to make him throw a strike. Now you've seen it. But now for Conover, you can go a different route. I can throw that curveball down and away, or I can throw that elevated fastball and see if I can get a chase.
You would assume Bennett's got the green light on the 2-1. In the zone, a swing. This one to Trig Jensen at short. The throw to Johansson at first in time. So Bennett gets a piece of it. However, the Dinos are going to leave 3 stranded. They do get 1 run. And for his efforts, Garrett Conover gets out of his first jam. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Emery still on top, 3-1. Due up for the Spartans. We'll go to the bottom of the lineup. Bodie Norton. And then we flip to Ben Johansson and Trig Jensen. It's the high school baseball game of the week on 107.3 FM, 750 AM, and our YouTube channel, Castle Country Radio Emery.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electricians, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream can be yours with GMS Mine Repair.
What the Utah Miners Hospital offers is relatively unique in the country to help take care of people who have really dedicated their careers, their lives to hard work.
I have torn rotator cuffs in my shoulders. Honestly, I don't remember everything I've had done. I think I've had to wait 10 minutes one time. It's amazing that there's a fund out there. You have no medical bills.
If you're ready and you need us, please give us a call. We're happy to help.
Now, back to the action. The high school baseball game of the week on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
We go to the bottom of the second. Emery 3, Carbon 1. Norton, the leadoff hitter for Emery. He swings and misses as Nichols jumps ahead in a count. Nichols in that first inning, Travis, did give up 4 hits. Emery left a couple of runners stranded. Carbon just left 3. Emery left 2. Norton gets a piece, lifts one high into shallow center for out number 1. Handled with ease by the Dinos, and taking that first out is Logan Bennett.
That got right underneath that one. Lazy fly ball to center field. That's an easy out. Quick out. That's what you want if you're Carbon.
Emery will go now to the top of the order. Ben Johansson will lead things off. Ben struck out swinging in the first inning. Already getting his second at-bat. First pitch, this one looks good, and it is. Nichols rifles it in for strike 1. I don't think there's any doubt Nichols looks more comfortable in the second inning than he did in the first. And Johansson's going to lift one up. Pops it to third, and boy, that one was a little bit more difficult than it needed to be, but Falk came down with a catch for out number 2.
I don't know if the sun...
It's a
and that ball was telling towards it started towards the third base bag and then started telling towards the shortstop side, and he might have just lost in the sun just for a split second. That was more work than it needed to be.
I was talking with manager Rob Smith in the dugout about it was about 45 minutes ago, right before we went into the national anthem. And I was standing at third base. The sun was bad, and I wondered if that would play a factor. I think it did affect Falk for a moment, but crisis averted. Second out, and Trig Jensen steps to the plate and finds himself down 0-2 after swinging on the first 2 pitches, making contact but putting him in foul territory.
For the Dinos, quick inning so far. You get a strike here. That's a quick work. You get back. You can get back in the batter's box after the inning you just had, where you made Conover work just a little bit. It's a good pitch.
Nichols had an opportunity to get out of the inning on a quick 1-2-3 against Jensen. Misses the zone outside. Counts now 1-2.
That's a good miss, though. That's where you want to be on that miss, because that ball looks like a strike, and he didn't chase.
1-2. Trig is going to put this one out of play down left field. We'll do 1-2 all over again. Jensen again, we talked about starting since his freshman year here at Emery High School at the varsity level. Now at a junior. Talked to him last week. He said Wade Stilson played a huge factor in his growth. Gets a piece of the 1-2, puts it in foul territory. We'll do 1-2 all over again. Wade Stilson, one of the most decorated athletes that we've seen at Emery High School in quite some time. Trig got to play got to play on the third base, shortstop side of the field with Wade. I can't think of anyone better to learn from. And you've seen the growth. Trig turns on one, sends it deep, and went foul. But it was a very long foul ball for Trig Jensen down the right field line.
Long foul ball. If he straightens that one out, that's a home run.
It's gone.
That was a good swing. Got the barrel on top and drove that ball.
The count remains 1-2. Nichols having a little bit of trouble putting Jensen down.
I'd go curveball away.
He goes inside, jams him up. Jensen gets a piece of it, but Urbanek catches it, and that's the way the inning comes to an end. The Dinos needed that. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Score remains 3-1. We go to the top of the third. Due up for the Dinos. Cash Withers, Maddox Wilson, and Jordan Nichols when we return on 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
Having a great local pharmacy that you can rely on is important. At Price Family Pharmacy, transferring your prescriptions is simple and hassle-free. Just call us at 637-3737 and we'll take care of the rest. Need your medication delivered right to your door? We offer free delivery to make your life even easier. Managing multiple medications? Ask about our convenient med packing service to keep you organized and on track. Visit Price Family Pharmacy and experience a team that genuinely cares. Feel better about your pharmacy. Choose Price Family Pharmacy today.
Now, back to the action. The high school baseball game of the week on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Top of the third, Emery 3, Carbon 1. Cash Withers will lead things off for the Dinos. Garrett Conover still on the mound for Emery. So far, he struck out 4. He's walked 2, but he also hit 2 and gave up his first run of the game in the top of the second inning. First pitch of this frame, Cash Withers will drive it foul down the first base line out of play.
Last inning, the Dinos had a better approach to the plate so far this inning. You can see early on jumping at that fastball.
Definitely a comfort factor for the Dinos now once through the order. Withers swings again at the 0-1. This one goes foul behind home plate. Counts now 0-2. There's no doubt that they are getting more and more aggressive. Maddox Wilson is on deck. Wilson drew a walk in his first at-bat, but it was the front half of the order that struggled for the Dinos. The back half actually provided that spark. Ground ball over to second. It's handled, and the throw in time over to first for out number 1 as Bodie Norton is able to corral that ball off a funny bounce and gun down the runner over at first.
It took that weird hop, like it might have hit the lip of the dirt, and you could see that he kind of had a back step and pulls his glove to the side, makes the play, goes over to first.
Maddox Wilson stepping to the plate. Entered today's game hitting .323. Maddox can swing a ton, and he goes high this time, a swing and a miss for strike 1.
That swing there was trying to make it a 3-2 game.
No, Maddox has been a very fun athlete to watch at Carbon High School. A senior on this team that really made a name for himself on the football field during his freshman campaign. I remember the coaches saying, we got something special with this kid. His talent has just kind of trickled throughout multiple sports at Carbon High School. Conover's going to miss low out of the zone, and now the count is sitting at 2-1. And we talked about Maddox during the football season. Boy, when he was out on the field, a tight end that Coach Milovich could get so creative with. He was a defensive nightmare for most teams. He swings and puts this one in foul territory down by the batting cages for strike 2. Count is now even. But Travis, the basketball court, the baseball field, the football field, whatever it is, he's been a standout athlete.
A really good athlete. We talk about it, the football field, a monster.
And again, hitting .323 in his final season on the diamond, and he'll stay alive on the 2-2 count. He puts it down third base. Foul territory, we stick 2-2. Conover was really mowing down the Carbon hitters early on in this game. He did have a 1-2-3 inning if you consider the pickoff over to first.
Up to 38 pitches now.
And we're still in the top of the third inning. Pitch 39 is inside, and that nearly got Wilson on the knee. But instead, it's an inside ball. Counts now full.
3-2, a little cat mouse game. What does Conover do, and what's the approach at the plate by Wilson?
Fastball's been old reliable. He'll try it again. It's a dribbler to third. Handled the throw over to first, and it is in time as Joe Hansen will step on the bag for the second out. That's a tough play for Drake Stilson to make. You know, I talked about the freshman in Trig Jensen when he was a freshman, the junior now. Drake Stilson, it's a similar situation. Coach Julian has done a terrific job of developing underclassmen that can play at the varsity level, and that's not an easy play for the freshman to make at third, but he made it look fairly easy.
It's slow rolling, so you have to charge, you have to check, you have to come up and fire at first. They get him by a couple steps.
Jordan Nichols now at the plate, and he watches strike 1 go by off of the inside corner.
So that ball just kind of dying in the grass, and he does a great job of just scooping and getting it over to first base.
Speed of the game is so different at the varsity level for a freshman. So tip your hat to Stilson. Here's a high-rising infield fly, and it's handled with ease at second for Bodie Norton, who records 2 putouts in that frame alone. So it's a 1-2-3 inning. Garrett Conover relies on the defense, and they handle their business. We'll go to the bottom half of the frame. Due up for the Spartans, Peyton Nilsson, Garrett Conover, and Bo Stilson. Emery with a 3-1 lead when we return on 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
The time is now to join the JN Auto Experience. Browse quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs at our price or Huntington lots. JN Auto can even help you get financing. Get fast, expert mechanic service to keep your vehicle running smoothly. Treat your car to a spotless wash or make it shine with professional detailing. Even rent a car. All in one convenient stop. JN Auto. Driven forward.
It's fun! It's our favorite place.
Strike up family fun for everyone. Gateway Lanes. Families that play together stay together. And Gateway Lanes is your center for fun, snacks, and great food. So let Gateway Lanes do the cooking with open and league bowling year-round and Club Bowl Thursday night, 9 till 11:30, with unlimited bowling including shoes. Since 1989, Helper's Hometown Bowling Center, Gateway Lanes, South Main Street in historic Helper, and bowlhelper.com. Let's roll.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Peyton Nilsson leading things off in the bottom of the third for Emery. They'll carry a 3-1 advantage into the bottom half of the frame. Nilsson entering today's game out of that leadoff spot, out of the 3 spot rather for Emery, has been extremely reliable, hitting .346. And he actually started that 2-out rally in the first inning with a single and then stealing a bag. We'll go up against Jordan Nichols, who has threw 45 pitches so far as we start the bottom of the frame. Swing at the very first pitch, hard ground ball to short, handled the throw. It's in time for out number 1. And Travis, we were talking about the play by Stilson over at third base. I think you got to give Bozzoni credit at short. That was a hard hit ground ball, and he's able to make the play for out number 1.
Yeah, gloves that thing going towards the third base side, and then a strong throw from Thirst going back towards first base, and you get the out by a step.
Garrett Conover will now come to the plate. He launched one in the first inning all the way back to the warning track, and he actually brought in the first run of the game. He swings at the very first pitch, lifts this one high, back all the way to the fence, and it's caught by Logan Bennett. Bennett makes the move from center all the way over into left zone. And Travis, he brings in a ball that Conover was a mere 5 feet away from sending over the left center wall for a solo shot.
Yeah, first pitch swing, and he hacks that one into center. And that ball is telling towards the left field side. And right up at the fence, makes the catch for the second out.
We're going to see the athletic ability of Logan Bennett going all the way back to center field to haul that one in for out number 2. Bo Stilson swings at the first pitch, and it's foul for strike 1.
Yeah, that ball looked like it was going to carry, and it was going to one-hop off the fence, but Logan tracks it down, and at the edge of the warning track dirt out there, makes the catch at the fence. And for the Dinos, you're looking for a quick inning.
Stilson swings on the off-speed, misses for the 0-2 count with 2 down. Boy, Conover nearly helping his own cause at the plate. Almost put that one in an identical spot as his first hit back in the first frame. Stilson swings, he misses. Urbanek cannot come up with the ball, but he'll make the throw easily down to first base for out number 3. Nichols, he's warming up. That's a 1-2-3 inning for the Dinos. The score remains 3-1 as we go to the top of the fourth. Due up for Carbon, Brody Ware, Jason Urbanek, and Caden Sandoval when we return on 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Welcome to Emery and Carbon Animal Health, where Dr. Jensen and his staff greet you and your pet with caring smiles. Our exam rooms are clean and inviting. Our accredited doctors offer many procedures, including examinations, surgery, dentistry, and boarding. Schedule an appointment today. 2 locations to serve you. Emery and Carbon Animal Health, Animals big and small, we care for them all.
Our home flooded when the refrigerator line broke. We felt helpless, didn't know what to do. Our neighbors told us to call On Call Restore. They really came through for us.
Serving all of southeastern Utah, they're fast and professional. 24/7 emergency services for water, fire, and mold. They even do emergency board-ups. And as a licensed insured general contractor, they do the remodeling as well. Call for a free quote, 650-1092.
Bringing you peace of mind during the worst of times. Call On Call, 650-1092.
We'll be on our way.
Now, back to the action. The high school baseball game of the week on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Emery 3, Carbon 1. We go to the top of the fourth as the Dinos will look to continue to chip away at this early deficit. Travis, that inning was huge for the Dinos, as Jordan Nichols is only sitting at 50 pitches after that 1-2-3 inning. Relied on his defense for the first 2 outs, and then he got Stilson swinging for out number 3. Conover faced with a similar position now as he's hovering around that 50-pitch mark, and he misses this one out of the zone high inside against Ware for ball 1.
They settled in after that first inning.
Conover at 48 pitches. Make it 49 as Ware swings and misses. The count's now even at 1-1. Ware struck out back in the second inning, so looking for his first hit of the ball game. Ware watches strike 2 go by. That time he was fooled by the off speed. Ware again hitting over 300 on the season. Carbon, that front half of the lineup has been deadly, but the back half of the lineup really causing Emery fits. So let's see how Conover can maneuver through. He gets Ware down swinging, and Travis, that was a picture-perfect at-bat, or however you want to phrase it, for Garrett Conover. He took care of business against Ware, remained in control the entire time for a strikeout number 5 on the afternoon.
That last pitch right there, that sinking ball that looks like it's going to be a strike, looks like it's right down the center and then tells towards the home plate, and you chase and you're out.
That pitch sequence was out of this world for Conover. He misses outside for ball 1. Stepping to the plate now was Jason Urbanek, and again, another freshman producing. We talked about Stilson. I know we've talked about Urbanek as well, but he was responsible for that rally back in the second inning that allowed Carbon to plate the run. He finds himself now looking at a 1-1 count as he watches a strike inside corner. But that single was huge, Travis, for the Dinos in the first inning.
That average coming in was high, pushing close to 400 now after that last hit.
And here's a swing. This one a dribbler to second. Throw over to first. It is in time, but it was a difficult play to make. Actually had to test the infield arm of Bodie Norton, who records another putout, and Urbanek will go down for out number 2.
Yeah, that ball was hit off the end of the bat towards the hands, and he muscled it over the top of the pitcher. It looked like that ball was going to die, but then it rolls towards second base, and he has enough time to come up with it and throw it over to first.
Carbon's offense needing a boost. Only 1 hit as we are through 3 2/3 now. Conover will jump ahead of another count as he works the inside corner against Sandoval for strike 1. We talked about the quick work of Nichols just a moment ago. Conover trying for another 1-2-3 inning. He got that in the third. And now it's a 1-1 count to Sandoval. If he can put him down, it would be his second consecutive 1-2-3 inning. His third, if you go back to the pickoff throw in the first inning. So Conover has worked ahead. He's worked with ease. He's been in control. And this time he has the off speed. Great frame by Larson. Gets the call for a strike. It's now 1-2.
Yeah, I think the frame you talked about got him a strike.
I think so. Looked a little high out of the zone, but the off speed and then the frame from Tice makes it a 1-2 count. And this time Conover tries to go low and out of the zone. Sandoval not fooled, and the count is now even at 2. So Sandoval drew a walk in his first at-bat back in the second inning. That was after the Urbanek single, which remains the only hit of the afternoon for Carbon. And Conover misses again out of the zone. Sandoval's got that low strike zone, so it makes for a difficult target. And now Conover faced with a full count. Full counts have not been kind to either pitcher in this game. We'll see what Conover can accomplish on the 3-2. Sandoval watches strike 3 go by. He rings him up, and Conover has another 1-2-3 frame.
Yeah, you run that count, you're looking like you're trying to get a walk, and that pitch just hits the corner of the black, and you get the strike, and the inning's over.
So that go around, Carbon, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base, and the score remains 3-1 as we drop to the bottom half of the fourth. Due up for Emery, Easton Stoker, Trey Nielsen, and Ty Larson when we return.
Our home flooded when the refrigerator line broke. We felt helpless, didn't know what to do. Our neighbors told us to call On Call Restore. They really came through for us.
Serving all of southeastern Utah, they're fast and professional. 24/7 emergency services for water, fire, and mold. They even do emergency board-ups. And as a licensed insured general contractor, they do the remodeling as well. Call for a free quote, 650-1092.
Bringing you peace of mind during the worst of times. Call On Call, 650-1092.
We'll be on our way.
Welcome to Emery and Carbon Animal Health, where Dr. Jensen and his staff greet you and your pet with caring smiles. Our exam rooms are clean and inviting. Our accredited doctors offer many procedures, including examinations, surgery, dentistry, and boarding. Schedule an appointment today. 2 locations to serve you. Emery and Carbon Animal Health. Animals big and small. We care for them all.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Bottom of the fourth, 3-1 Emery with a lead. Easton Stoker is going to lead things off against Jordan Nichols. And Nichols is looking for his third consecutive 1-2-3 inning as both pitchers starting to find the rhythm. Nichols had a little bit of trouble early on in the first inning, but he's been able to maneuver his way through, and the Dinos are still within striking distance. Nichols missed on the first pitch, and then he gets Stoker swinging for a miss on the second pitch of the count to make it 1-1. Stoker did walk in his first at-bat, and Emery was able to plate a run because of it. This time he misses outside, so now the count is sitting at 2-1. You were worried about the pitch count, right, for Nichols. But all of a sudden, we're looking at 53 pitches in the bottom half of the fourth inning through 3 solid innings.
He settled down at that first. He's thrown strikes. He's limited the work on the base pads, and he's put up a couple zeros to keep the Dinos in the game down 3-1.
He's got 3 strikeouts. He's recorded a strikeout in each inning, and now he's got Stoker on the brink with a 2-2 count after finding the zone. So 3 strikeouts, 4 hits, 3 earned runs. He hasn't given up too many freebies. He's only walked 1 batter, and he gets Stoker swinging on an off-speed pitch out of the zone for another strikeout. He's recorded 1 in each inning. That's number 4 as Stoker goes down.
Yeah, that's great pitching. 4 strikeout, punch out. Limited the damage again, a couple zeros. I mean, the Dinos are still in this game, and it's because of the way that Nichols has battled back since that first inning to limit the damage.
Missed low and out of the zone as Trey Nielsen, the left fielder, steps to the plate. Nielsen, he did record 2 RBIs off a single going back to the first inning, and he swings, puts this one down first base, and Maddox Wilson is able to scarf it up, touch first for out number 2, and so once again, Nichols is on the brink of a 1-2-3 frame.
That's a great pitch. It's in on the hands. That's a soft ground out to first base, unassisted for the punch out.
Now Tice Larson will step to the plate. Larson 0 for 1. He's a character, great personality. Had to anchor that offensive line for the Spartans in the football season. He takes strike 1. Remember one of the very first interviews. He said, "You want to call me Big Dinner on the air?" I said, "No, not really, but I will." Nickname has kind of stuck with him. Great personality. Watches strike 1 go by, swings, and he fouls off strike 2. So now Nichols 1 pitch away from another 1-2-3. Got to be thrilled with this if you're manager Rob Smith. After using 3 pitchers last night in this region game, trying to maneuver with Nichols. They had 1 pitcher on Tuesday's game as Pappas was able to go the complete way for the win. Larson is going to foul this one off down first base line. But Travis, you used 3 last night, only had to use 1 against Emery. You know, next week we have Super Regionals looming. I mean, if you could get out of this game, keeping pace with Emery and only using 1 pitcher, you got to be thrilled with that if you're Coach Smith.
Yeah, that's what you want to do, right? You don't want to dig deep and throw a bunch of arms with Super Regionals coming up. So Nichols done a good job of making sure that doesn't happen.
Larson swings, puts this one into center field. Bennett's got a great read on it, and he's able to haul in out number 3. So another 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no one on base. And Jordan Nichols is finding the rhythm as Tice Larson fouls out. Now 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Due up for the Dinos as they continue to try to make some way. It'll be Paxton Falk, Jackson Bozzoni, and Logan Bennett. The score as we go to the 5th. It's Emery 3, Carbon 1.
It's fun! It's our favorite place.
Strike Up family fun for everyone. Gateway Lanes. Families that play together stay together. And Gateway Lanes is your center for fun, snacks, and great food. So let Gateway Lanes do the cooking with open and league bowling year-round and Club Bowl Thursday night, 9 till 11:30, with unlimited bowling including shoes. Since 1989, Helper's Hometown Bowling Center, Gateway Lanes, South Main Street in historic Helper, and bowlhelper.com. Let's roll. The time is now to join the JN Auto Experience. Browse quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs at our price or Huntington lots. JN Auto can even help you get financing. Get fast, expert mechanic service to keep your vehicle running smoothly. Treat your car to a spotless wash or make it shine with professional detailing. Even rent a car. All in one convenient stop. JN Auto. Driven forward.
Now, back to the action. The high school baseball game of the week on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
It's the high school baseball game of the week, and we go to the top of the 5th inning with Emery holding a 3-1 lead over Emery. Both offenses have gone stale. Jordan Nichols has retired 9 straight. Garrett Conover has retired 7 straight, Travis.
And for Emery, that first inning, they explode for 3, and they've been shut down ever since that bottom half of the first. So for Carbon, you've kept yourself in the game. Now the bats have to get going, down 3-1 here in the top half of the 5th.
Paxton Falk will lead things off, and he watches ball 1 scoot inside. Now, last time Falk was at the plate, he was hit by a pitch. It seems like forever ago. That was in the 2nd inning. Always love to see the pitchers. I love a pitcher's duel. I know you do as well, and that's exactly what we have had since the bottom half of the 2nd frame. 2-0 count. Falk, the righty, swings. He gets a piece of it. Jensen is able to field it cleanly at short, makes the throw over to Joe Hansen at first for out number 1, but Falk did get a big bat on that ball. Wasn't an easy play.
He got the bat on it, but his swing, he chops over the top, and once he comes down with it, he buries that ball in the grass, and it's just a slow roller to shortstop and plenty of time to get Falk out at first.
Not much gets by Trigg over at shortstop. Again, there's one of the, I don't know if you want to call it an issue, but I have talked with manager Chase Julian about it. When Trigg is pitching, you're losing one of the most reliable shortstop infielders in the region. And you're seeing why today. Conover is able to start off the count with a strike. And on the second pitch at the at-bat, Bozzoni puts one into right field, and Bo Stilson, who has also been super reliable in right field over the past couple of seasons, hauls in out number 2.
Yeah, at first glance off the bat, it looked like that ball was going to get down and go between center and right field. But the ball just hung up long enough to make the play routine from right field moving towards center.
Well, you and I saw Bo make several plays at the state tournament last year out of right field. I mean, he's been outstanding in that position for Emery. Conover now looking for another 1-2-3. And in fact, this would be his 4th 1-2-3 inning. Only time he got in trouble was when he gave up a walk to Sandoval and hit Falk and Bozzoni. Urbanek still with a lone hit for Carbon in this game in the top of the 5th. 0-1 count. And he's going to miss out of the zone against Logan Bennett, who's 0 for 2. Bennett with a strikeout in the first inning, a ground out in the second. But he'll try to spark some two-out magic for the Dinos on the 1-1 count. No one aboard. And Conover wanted to go inside. Bennett's able to get out of the way. It's ball 2. Doesn't it seem like Conover has ran into problems when he's tried to paint the inside corner?
No, when he's trying to bring that ball and try to bury it on the inner half, yeah, that's where he's grip and he's holding on too long.
That time Bennett tried on the check swing, but he did go around, and so now the count is even at 2-2, which will give Conover an opportunity to log a strikeout and get out of the fifth. He's gone 4 2/3 up to this point. The 2-2 on the way, missed off of the outside, and so the count is full.
That pitch is low, but that's a good pitch. You're trying to get that batter to chase that pitch on the outside half of the play. That's a good pitch. It's a better approach not to swing.
3-2, no one aboard, and Bennett will hang tight. He'll battle with a foul ball. It'll remain 3-2. You look at the stats for Conover. He had 2 strikeouts in the first inning. He had 2 in the second. Relied on his defense in the third, but he had 2 more Ks in the fourth. Bennett will take time in the box and step back out. The Emery defense has been pretty reliable so far tonight. Anytime you talk about the pitching stats, there's always more to it. 71 pitches for Conover. This will be 72. And he gets him swinging. Bennett goes down on a high fastball, swing and a miss. And that happened to be the only strikeout of the frame, which runs Conover's total to 7 through 5 innings for the Spartans. It's another 1-2-3. Nobody gets on, and the Dinos will trail 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the fifth. Due up for Emery. It'll be Bodie Norton. That'll flip the lineup for Ben Johansson and Trig Jensen when we return.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
Having a great local pharmacy that you can rely on is important. At Price Family Pharmacy, transferring your prescriptions is simple and hassle-free. Just call us at 637-3737 and we'll take care of the rest. Need your medication delivered right to your door? We offer free delivery to make your life even easier. Managing multiple medications? Ask about our convenient med packing service to keep you organized and on track. Visit Price Family Pharmacy and experience a team that genuinely cares. Feel better about your pharmacy. Choose Price Family Pharmacy today.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
We go to the bottom of the fifth, and right now, Emery in control 3-1. Bodie Norton will lead things off here for Emery. Travis, in Bodie's first at bat, we go back to the second inning. He flied out to center field. But right now, both teams kind of struggling to get some momentum on the offensive side.
Yeah, the pitchers have this on lockdown so far, 3-1.
Nichols will start with a strike. He's thrown 62 pitches in this game. 42 of those have been for strikes. I mean, he has been so good since that first inning. Really keeping the Emery batters off balance. He goes inside. Norton steps out of the box or towards the outside of the box, swings and misses, and now he finds himself in an 0-2 hole.
There's 2 pitches there as a batter. You're just your approach is not there, and that's 3 in a row that he just wasn't ready to swing the bat.
Yeah, Norton will look on that one, and that's another strikeout for Nichols, who sees that K total continue to climb. And when you look at the amount of batters that he has retired consecutively, let's just throw out the first inning. But he has now retired 10 consecutive batters for Emery. Ben Johansson will step to the plate, and he watches ball 1 go to the outside. It's been impressive to watch Nichols kind of settle down.
Yeah, he's been a real workhorse out there since that first inning.
1-0. Johansson swings, and it goes into foul territory back towards the softball field. Count draws even at 1-1.
And since that first inning, a lot of these at-bats for Emery, he's got a lot of bad swings from the batters.
He's got him off balance. There's no question. The 1-1 to Johansson, and this one is in the dirt, gets behind Urbanek all the way to the backstop. No harm with no one aboard. Count remains 2-1. Johansson looking for his first hit out of that leadoff spot in the game this afternoon. He struck out of the first inning, and he had a fly out in the second. 2-1 count with no one aboard and Trig Jensen on deck. Nichols misses off speed to the left outside corner. And so now we're looking at a 3-1 count. Definitely a hitter's count, but when you're 0 for 2, do you taper back the aggression a bit, or do you swing on a 3-1?
I think you're going to swing on 3-1. You got to get something going. You want another run. You wanted some kind of insurance run to make this 4-1.
He did swing, and he puts it in foul territory, so we are full once again.
That's a strike, even if he doesn't swing at it.
Had to protect. Didn't have a choice.
Now you come back, and you probably want to bury this one into the dirt to even get a chase.
He goes low, and Johansson will take a free base. That is a rarity. That's only the second walk that Nichols has issued in this game. But Johansson found a way to get on board. Emery's got a runner on first, and it's their first base runner since the first inning.
And he ain't missed by much. I mean, that pitch is the perfect spot, and he might have missed by an inch.
Trig Jensen steps up, again hitting over 300, but in this game he's 0 for 2. One down through 4 1/3 for Nichols. He's thrown 70 pitches. 46 of those have gone for strikes. Jensen was showing bunt. This ball is in the dirt, and it gets by Urbanek, which allows Johansson to take a free base off of what would be considered a wild pitch.
Yeah, the wild pitch gets away. You can't get in front of it, and the advancement now puts him in a scoring position.
Changes things up a little bit. Trig was looking to lay down the bunt. So the lefty's going to step back into the box. 1-0 count, one runner aboard. Johansson, who's got some speed, he's standing on second. Emery with a runner in scoring position where they have done some damage in this game. Trig is looking to bunt yet again. And that time, the ball bounces off the bat in foul territory behind home plate, counts it 1-1, and Johansson will walk back to second. Surprised to see Trig still in the mindset of a bunt with one down and a runner on second.
Yeah, I don't like giving away outs when he's already in scoring position. He's already in scoring position. You don't need to bunt and give up a free out to advance him to third.
See if Trig, who's got 9-10 RBIs or so on the season. Here's the pickoff throw to second. No one is home, and Nichols rifles the ball into center field. So a miscommunication by the Dinos, and that gives Johansson another free base. So off of the walk, he was able to take second on the wild pitch, and then the miscommunication on the pickoff goes into center field, and all of a sudden Johansson standing at third. And Travis, he hasn't had to work for a whole lot to get there.
Yeah, fakes the throw, and then the shortstop vacates second, goes back towards shortstop, and the ball goes into center field. Now with one out, your approach changes. All you need is a fly ball to score that run.
Emery trying to get that run back. Nichols on the pitch. Jensen swings. That one looked a bit out of the zone. He whiffs for a strike, and now it's a 1-2 count for Nichols. This is a big pitch. With one down and a runner at third, Nichols can really ease some of the tension if he can sit Jensen down. Nichols on the 1-2. Trig swings, and he misses, but Urbanek does not come up with the ball. Trig is thrown out at first, and that throw to first allows Johansson to come sliding headfirst into home plate for a run.
That's such a smart play to read that ball in the dirt. Once Urbanek picks it up, he broke towards home plate. You get the out at first, but for the Dinos, it's just a mental mistake to allow that run to score from third base on a ball that was 2 feet in front of the catcher.
Not only that, you allowed him to get to third on essentially a walk and a miscue.
Yeah, the pitch that fired into center field is the reason why that run comes from third.
Technically 2 miscues, right?
Yep.
So the walk, the wild pitch, and then the errant throw into center field. 2 down. Stepping up is Peyton Nielsen. Peyton swings at the first pitch, pops this one up into center field. Logan Bennett's been a vacuum in that spot all game long, and he'll haul in out number 3. So Emery does get a run. They don't do it off any hits. Couple of miscues for the Dinos, and the Spartans will take a 4-1 advantage into the 6th inning.
We talked about it in the open, right? Defensive miscues, just little things in this game, and that's one right there where you have the walk, you have the pitch that you fire into center field, he gets to third base, then a ball that bounces in front of you, and you get the out, and the aggressive base running pays off by Emery, and they get a cheap run to push the lead to 3.
1 run, 1 error, no hits, and no one left on base. We go to the 6th inning. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Emery clinging to a 4-1 lead over the Dinos.
What the Utah Miners Hospital offers is relatively unique in the country to help take care of people who have really dedicated their careers, their lives to hard work.
I have torn rotator cuffs in my shoulders. Honestly, I don't remember everything I've had done. I think I've had to wait 10 minutes one time. It's amazing that there's a fund out there. You have no medical bills.
If you're ready and you need us, please give us a call. We're happy to help.
Now, back to the action. The high school baseball game of the week on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
We go to the 6th inning. It's 4-1 Emery. Trig Jensen with one of the weirdest RBIs you'll see in baseball, Travis, on a swing and a miss at the plate. Throw down to first base for the out, but that scores Johansson, and that gives Emery the insurance run as they take a 4-1 advantage, and we go to the top of the 6th inning.
That was tough, right, for the Dinos defensively. You just probably need to let them go to first. The double play still intact with the first and third. Instead, you make the play at first. If you're going to make that throw to first, you've got to cut it off towards first and then come firing home. And if they do that, they probably get him. But Emery's aggressiveness pays off, and they lead 4-1.
73 pitches now for Conover. He'll lead off the inning with a strike against Cash Withers, who's 0 for 2. A strikeout and a ground out so far in the game. Withers shows bunt, pulls it back in time, so the count's now even at 1. Conover has been a force on the mound. He's given up 1 earned run. He's struck out 7. He's issued 2 walks. He's hit 2 batters, and that really enabled Carbon to log their lone run back in the 2nd inning. But hits have come at a premium for the Dinos.
Yeah, and they're running out of outs as well.
Yeah, they're down to their final 6 outs as Conover jumps ahead with a fastball over Withers. Now it's a 1-2 count.
You've got to get something going now in this top half of the 6th inning if you're Carbon. Just try to get that run back and try to put some, a dent in that score.
Fastball's been lethal for Conover in this game. This time he tries to go off speed. It's in the dirt. Withers with a great eye to make it 2-2. On deck is Maddox Wilson, who was 0 for 1. And Withers goes down swinging. So a strikeout for Conover. And he did it once again, Travis, with the off speed. That's a big strikeout, as that runs his total up to 8 now for the game.
That pitch right there for Withers, he just swings underneath the pitch. It's off speed. That's a punch out.
Maddox Wilson, he walked in his first at bat, a ground out in his second. 1 down, no one on. Thought about it, brought the check back, but pitch drops in for a strike for Conover. He jumps ahead in the count 0-1. Conover threw 5 1/3. 1 hit, 1 earned run, 2 walks. He's fanned 8 batters. He's been electric. The 0-1, and Wilson swings and misses for strike 2.
That swings right over the top of that one. Now he's got him right where he wants him. 0-2, the variety of pitches you can come with. You've got to be patient. You've got to be aggressive probably as well if that pitch is anywhere close.
Conover goes inside and in the dirt. Wilson doesn't chase. Counts 1-2. On deck for the Dinos is Jordan Nichols. He too is looking for his first hit of the ball game. Big inning here for the Dinos and for Garrett Conover, trying to get out of the top half of the 6th. 1-2 count. Wilson swings and he goes down again.
Those last 2 at-bats were mirror images.
Yes, they were.
Same pitch on the first one. Get the strikeout, comes back with that one on the second strikeout. 2 quick outs.
Conover with another K. And Travis, we just go back to the 4th inning. That's his 5th strikeout during that time. It's been impressive. Here's a check swing. The ball goes down first base.
But he keeps
into foul territory.
He keeps raising the eye level. So the last 2, they're coming down the middle, and then at the punch-out pitches, they're elevated.
He's at 82 pitches right now. He's got 9 strikeouts through 5 2/3. Carbon down to their final 4 outs, and Conover is able to paint, breaking inside.
And he pumps in that.
Wow.
Off speed. You're thinking fastball, outer half. That's right down the middle off speed.
0-2 count. Conover goes high fastball, and this time Nichols will stay patient. Looking to sit down the order on K's. Not easy to do.
And Nichols watched the last 2. He says, you're not going to get me on that one.
Conover on the 1-2. Gets the inside corner for strike 3. Nichols goes down looking, and that is strikeout number 10 for Garrett Conover. We talked about the Dinos struggling to find, the Spartans struggling to find hits and runners. How about Garrett Conover? He's been clean for Emery since the 3rd inning, and we go to the bottom of the 6th with the Spartans grabbing a 4-1 advantage. Due up, Garrett Conover, Bo Stilson, and Easton Stoker when we return. Emery up 4-1.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, 4-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electricians, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream can be yours with GMS Mine Repair.
Discover the strength and beauty of Flawless Sheeting's metal siding and roofing solutions. Designed to endure and crafted to conserve energy, the products offered by Flawless Sheeting ensure your home not only looks good, but feels good too. Plus, they come with a 40-year warranty. Enjoy superior durability and enhanced comfort year-round with new roofing from Flawless Sheeting. Ready to upgrade? Call Flawless Sheeting at 636-7300 and elevate the way you live.
Now, back to the action. The high school baseball game of the week on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Bottom of the 6th, Emery in control 4-1, and the story has been written on Jordan Nichols. He gets through 5 innings and pitched very well for the Dinos, but Carbon is going to go back to Xander Pappas. He'll come in relief, and Pappas was darn near unhittable in that last outing on Tuesday, as he'll try to get Carbon through this bottom half of the 6th and keep it a 3-run game. But Travis, you close the story on Nichols. He goes 5 innings, 6 strikeouts, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 wild pitch. Wasn't a bad outing for Nichols, who really settled down after that first inning. He was clean in the 2nd, clean in the 3rd, clean in the 4th, and outside of 1 walk issued in the 5th, he was clean there as well.
He did a good job limiting the damage after that first inning. Gave up 1 run after that. It's still in the game 4-1. But yeah, he was really good today for the Carbon Dinos and a much needed spot.
So you bring in Pappas, and he's going to have a tall task right out of the gate. It's Garrett Conover, who has an RBI going back to the first inning off of a double, and he nearly went yard on a solo shot back in the 3rd inning. Now, even though Nichols comes out of the game, he's the designated hitter for Carbon, so you're not going to lose that at bat. Let's see what Pappas has left. I mean, he threw a lot of bullets in that game on Tuesday. He looked great doing it as well. First pitch goes inside on G, misses for a ball. Box score has been easy to track in this game. 3 runs for Emery in the bottom of the 1st, 1 for Carbon in the top of the 2nd, and 1 for Emery in the bottom of the 5th. Pappas throws this one behind Conover, and G will take a free base hit by a pitch.
At 2 pitches where it looked like when he's coming through on it, his follow through, he's just a little bit off balance. You can see that off balance with that throw. The arm angles towards the batter, and he plunked him.
So Bo Stilson will come now with 1 runner aboard, no outs. in the bottom of the 6th inning. Carbon down to their final 3 outs, but Emery trying to pad that lead and earn a season series split ahead of Super Regionals to close out region play. They're looking for their 3rd league win. Carbon looking for their 2nd. By virtue of a tiebreaker, these two would flip in the standings that quick. Stilson was showing bunt. Pappas a little bit outside. Urbanic does a terrific job of knocking that down with his glove. And he keeps G safe at first.
Trying to get the bunt, trying to get him over in scoring position to put this in grand slam range at 5-1. And he pulls back. It's ball 1.
1-0 count. Pappas will take a look over at first. Conover with a moderate lead. Pickoff throw over. Not close. Count's going to stick at 1-0. On deck for Emery is Easton Stoker. He walked and also struck out. But bats have come at a premium in this game for these guys as both pitchers were working at an extremely high level. Stilson showing bunt. He kept it out a little bit long. He'll be called for strike 2, and now strike 1. Count sitting at 1-1. Conover still over at first. Middle of the order has been pretty good for Emery over the course of this game. If you look at 5, 6, 7, of course, Trey Nilsson with 2 RBIs off a single going back to the 1st inning. With a 1-1 count, Stilson pulls back the bunt. Pickoff throw down to first, not in time. So Urbanic did make it close. Wilson comes down with it, can't relay the tag. 2-1 count now for Stilson.
You got to be careful if you're going to make that play down to first that you don't have an error and allow him to get the second on a pass ball.
It's the 2nd batter that Pappas has faced in this game. 2-1 count. Conover on first after being hit by a pitch, and Stilson tries to lay the bunt again. Ball goes off at the top of the bat, and it goes flying to the backstop for strike 2. Count is even. Stilson so far this year for Emery, hitting about 365. And he watches an inside ball go, so Pappas is now faced with a full count.
And now the runner first will be on the move.
Feels like more traffic than what Pappas was faced with all afternoon on Tuesday. Although Emery did have some chances in that game. 1 runner aboard, 3-2 count, no outs. Stilson swings. Ground ball to third. Falk makes the throw over to second. No, he doesn't. The ball goes into the outfield and off an error. It saves Stilson from the fielder's choice, and Emery's got runners aboard at the corners.
Yeah, that's not the right play. No chance to get that at second pace on the fielder's choice. You've got to come up clean with the ground ball and go over to first. Instead, he has to rush the throw because of the speed going to second, and it's an error. Going to be a throwing error on Paxton.
Have to call that E5. We have talked about clean baseball for the most part. Both teams have been clean in this game. That is the 2nd error for Carbon.
But that's the thing, though. If you just put the ball in play, you had a runner at first. Now he's all the way over at third. You have first and third. You have a chance to get that runner in with a fly ball and a sac fly or anything on the ground that gets through.
Double play is in effect. And Emery's going to try to bunt. Easton Stoker, the DH, puts this one foul down the third base line.
That ball was coming in. It was coming quick.
It's impressive to get the bat on the ball at all.
Mm-hmm. Because if he doesn't get the bat on the ball, you got to twist out of the way because that might plunk you.
Pappas in relief. He's thrown 9 pitches up to this point.
Oh, remember, I'm getting that guy off first and dancing around trying to get to second and make them make a play, and that's a pass ball.
Pappas's ball gets behind Urbanic, and that will bring in a run as Conover will cross home plate. And Emery now has a runner on third. The Dinos have been giving out free bases over the last couple of innings, and that time it comes back to bite him as Conover will score to make it 5-1.
He takes off from first, so you're popping up trying to make a throw down, and before you have the ball inside the glove, it goes off your glove to the backstop, and a run from third scores.
That run not earned. But his count's all the same on the scoreboard as this time looking at a strike as Stoker. He thought he was going to find himself opening up early with a ball instead.
And now this is an important run. It's Grand Slam range. You're down 4. You can't allow him to score from third.
Stoker swings and puts this one in foul territory.
You have to keep it within 4.
Problem for Carbon is
the bat's been quiet.
And there's no outs. With a
There's
runner
no
at
outs.
third. On deck is Trey Nielsen.
And any hard ground ball is going to get through.
Stoker swings and goes down on strike 3. So that's actually a big out for Xander Pappas. And as I talked a moment ago about Nielsen coming up, Emery's going to dig a little bit deeper into the depth. And we have a pinch hitter coming in for the Spartans is Mason Thornley, one of the seniors on this year's team. And manager Rob Smith will come out on a mound visit with Pappas. I mean, the question here is, you give Thornley the free base, put the double play ball in effect if you want to protect that run at third.
I don't know if you do that or not because
it's tough, right? It's
because they're probably just going to have him do it a second anyways. So you don't want to make that throw down and allow him to score. So I think you just have to attack the hitter. You don't want to put him at first because we've seen today with the Dinos, with runners have been on the bags, they've defensively haven't been great.
No.
So I think you just attack the hitter and you try to get out of this down 4 on the top of the 7th. You can't make a mistake with the pitch where you ride that ball in on the hands and he has something to drive to the outfield deep.
One runner aboard for Emery in scoring position at third. 1 down. Fresh count for Mason Thornley and his pinch hit. Pappas, the reliever, on the mound. Pappas goes low and out of the zone for ball 1.
They might pitch him carefully, too, and put that scenario in play, though, too, Jordan. And hopefully maybe they get something with the chase and they get a cheap strikeout that way.
Stillson, a speedster at third. That's important to keep in mind as well. Thornley with a ground ball. It was fielded. The throw over to third.
Double play.
Double play.
I mean, that played out perfectly. Line drive out. You're too far off third base, and you get picked off third.
Wow. It was in such a nick of time. I mean, it was a hard hit by Thornley. I couldn't tell if it bounced or not. It did not. It was nabbed at short, and then the throw over to third in time, and the Spartans are going to strand one in scoring position.
That's a cue stick. It was off the bat. It looked like taking the cue stick, and that ball shot right to where they were standing, line drive out, and you fire over to third. And for the Dinos, unscathed in that inning, only giving up 1 run.
Well, Bassoni coming up big at short. Damage done. Emery does add 1 more. We go to the top of the 7th. It's 5-1 Emery. Carbon down to their final 3 outs when we return.
I was hoping to talk to someone about updating my insurance policy.
I am able to understand complete sentences.
That was a complete sentence?
I didn't understand that.
Can I just talk to a person?
No one talks to humans anymore.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
I hear you. Why don't we review your coverage with a super check?
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jill Jensen in Price today.
Now, back to the action. The high school baseball game of the week on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Top of the 7th, Carbon down to their final 3 outs and looking for a little 7th inning magic. It'll be Brody Ware leading things off. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Garrett Conover on the flip side looking for a complete game where he has just been outstanding through 6 innings. He's given up 1 hit, 1 earned run. He's walked 2, and he has fanned 10 batters, Travis, at 85 pitches. Definitely within the realm of possible to get out of here with a complete game win. First pitch to Ware, tried to work it inside and just misses.
He has been stress-free for the most part since that second inning.
Only time he got into trouble. Issued a freebie on a walk, hit 2 batters. Other than that, I mean, he has been unhittable. He's given up 1 hit to Urbanic. And Ware will watch a strike go by, counts even at 1-1. Ware swings, puts it in foul territory.
Had a lot of those swings, those off-balance swings where you're pulling out of the batter's box. Your head's pulled.
Conover has been electric. Lights out. 5-1, he's got the lead. He's gained some run support from his offense, and Ware will stay alive on the 1-2 as he fouls it off to the backstop. Urbanic on deck, and then Caden Sandoval. I mean, really, the back half of the order is where the production has come from for Carbon. Ware swings, misses. Larson drops it, but he's able to make the throw to Johansson in more than enough time for out number 1 as the K total continues to rise for Conover. That's 11 strikeouts now on the afternoon. And Carbon has not had a base runner since the second inning. And Conover has recorded at least a strikeout going all the way back to the 4th frame. Through 6 1/3 now as Urbanic steps up. Carbon trailing 5-1. Conover wanted to attack fastball high, missed out of the zone. How impressive for these freshmen to play at this level and be as productive as they have been.
It's really impressive. Like we said when we talked about it, the best hitter on the team as a freshman, average-wise.
Conover is able to work it into the zone. You know, they say one of the hardest things in sports is hitting, right? You talk about the speed of the game, basketball, football, whatever sport it may be. Speed of the game from the freshman or sophomore level to the varsity level of baseball, it is night and day. And this time the breaking off speed is able to freeze Urbanic for strike 2. So the count now 1-2.
Yeah, that off speed just setting up the fastball. It's going to come right now. And he might go back to that similar pitch where it's in the dirt and you get a chase.
This time he goes high. Urbanic with a good eye will watch it. 2-2. On deck is Sandoval, but I believe the Dinos will use a pinch hit.
I think you bury this one on the hands.
2-2. Urbanic gets a piece of it, and he will pop that into left field for his second hit of the afternoon. The freshman coming through again. He's now 2 for 3 with his second single.
Second single in the same spot on the same pitch that he drove into left field last time. That ball's on the inner half of the hands, but he can get the hands out, get the barrel of the bat on top of the ball, and he scoots it into left field for a base hit. Good hitting.
The Dinos will go to a pinch hit.
Yeah, now you got to be smart on the base paths. Can't get picked off. Can't run into an out.
1 runner aboard. And Conover is going to start this at bat with another strike. So Travis, he has done a terrific job once again of jumping ahead, and that has made it so difficult for the Dinos. It's Ricky Sandoval, the pinch hitter for the Dinos, will watch ball go by. It's 1-1. Two hits for Carbon, both hits coming from Urbanic. Down to their final 2 outs, trailing by 4. Conover trying to go complete game. A double play would end this game. Sandoval swings and misses, and now the count is sitting at 1-2.
Yeah, back-to-back off speed.
Pitch count approaching 100. It's at 98 as we speak. Swing and Sandoval, he broke, tried to hold back, couldn't, and that's another strikeout for Garrett Conover.
Well, pitch 99 to strikeout and 1 out away from the series tie this season with the Carbon Dinos.
It's 12 Ks. 12. And Paxton Falk will step up. Falk, the last hope for the Dinos, 2 down. It's 6 2/3 for Conover. He'll try the pickoff throw over to first, not in time. And now Falk batting out of the 8 spot. 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch back in the second, then he had a ground out in the 5th inning. Could be an outstanding way to close out the season for Emery as they prepare for Super Regionals. Conover misses up high. A team that did battle injuries early on. They're getting healthy. They're playing their best baseball at the right time. They seem to do that, Travis. That's been the theme over the last couple of years under manager Chase Julian. They play hot at the end of April, early May.
Made that fabulous run last year. It's a lot of fun.
Conover misses high out of the zone. It's 2-0. A win here for Emery means they'd close out region play at 3-5. Had a lot of close calls. Carbon had a lot of close calls as well. I think the idea around the 3A classification are 2 teams that are much better than their record would indicate, as Conover finally finds the zone on this at-bat. Makes it a 2-1 count on Falk.
It's going to be interesting to see when we get those official matchups, how they play out. And
Falk swings. It goes in foul territory down third base, and now the Dinos down to their final strike.
Because North Stampede has 2 really good pitchers.
Yeah.
And you're going to see both those guys.
Right.
So it's a tough matchup.
That's what I'm saying. Not all wins and losses are built the same. They all matter, but they're all not built the same when you take a look at baseball, which can be a funny sport. 2-2 count. Conover looking to close the show, and he misses just out of the zone. He thought he had it, and now the count is full.
We had ABS. We're tapping the hat.
The Dinos need to get at least 3 runners. You talked about being in the Grand Slam territory. 3-2. Big at bat for Falk. Conover looking to close it out. Pitch on the way, and he missed off the corner, and the Dinos now have runners at first and second.
It's a good at bat. You stay patient. You don't chase. You get the first. Now you got 2 runners on. You're still down 4, but you're just trying to inch closer to getting that tying run at the plate.
Jackson Bassoni will step up. He had a big play in the field a few moments ago. Courtesy runner will come in for the Dinos. Give Connor Falk the courtesy run. So if Bazzoni can find a way to get on, all of a sudden the Dinos have new life. Down to their final out, down to their final strike a moment ago, but the disciplined at-bat by Paxton Falk keeps Carbon alive. Bazzoni will step up. And once again, a little back half of the lineup rally started by an Urbanic single. First pitch, and Conover not wasting any time. He goes right up Bazzoni. He'll start off in an 0-1 advantage.
It starts him off speed, and if you're in the batter's box, you're like, really?
Yeah, you're looking for the heat. Instead, the off-speed draws a strike 1.
Yeah, it's soft in a way.
Inside, missing, and now the count's even at 1. 2 runners aboard for the Dinos down to their final out. Conover's pitch count easily eclipsing 100. He's at 107. Strikeouts, 12 on the game. He needs 13 to close it out. In the dirt, and now Bazzoni has an advantage at 2-1 with the leadoff man, Logan Bennett, on deck. This could get really interesting. A poke, and all of a sudden, the Dinos have new life down 5-1, top of the 7th. Conover on the 2-1. Pitch comes, swing, Bazzoni sends this one into deep center. It's going to hit the warning track all the way back to the fence, and the Dinos have runs. The tying run will come to the plate as Jackson Bazzoni laces a 2 RBI double to make this 5-3.
Bazzoni rips that one deep to the wall, takes one hop off the fence. 2 runners come across the plate. And a little 2-out magic brewing here for the Dinos, down 5-3.
Once again, started by Urbanic. So the tying run at the plate for the Dinos. It's Logan Bennett, Who would have ever thought we'd be in this spot the way this game had gone in the middle frames? Big lead for Bozzoni over at second. Pitch is inside and Conover misses. That pitch count is hit 110. Bennett so far in the game 0 for 3. He represents the tying run. This time Conover.
He thought about it. You could see he took that step. He got the hands locked and couldn't pull the trigger.
Conover finds the zone. And now we're even at 1-1. Big lead for Bozzoni. Conover goes in the dirt. Bennett will watch. Count is now 2-1. Trying to let Conover finish out this game. Carbon not going away. 3 earned runs, 3 walks, 12 strikeouts, only 3 hits. Freebies have been a problem. That's where Carbon found their first run going back to the second inning. Conover on the 2-1. And he finds the outside corner on a breaking ball, and now we're back even 2-2.
It's 2 pitches that he knows he wants back because both times he thought about it and just couldn't. And I think if he tries and swings through, he might shoot that ball between first and second.
For the second time, Carbon down to their final strike here at the top of the 7th inning. Tying run at the plate. Conover gets strikeout number 13 as Bennett swings and misses, and that's the way the game comes to an end. Garrett Conover logs his 13th K of the afternoon, and Travis, the Dinos will leave one stranded, and Emery grabs a 5-3 win.
And for the Dinos, they got something going late, just a little bit too late. They get the tying run up to the plate with the go-ahead run waiting on deck, and for Emery, they shut the door on that, and they win the game 5-3.
Entertaining way to close out the regular season. For Emery, it's their 3rd region win. Carbon will close out league play with a 1-7 record, and now both teams will await their fate with Super Regionals right around the corner. Plenty to dissect in this one. Emery comes up big despite the Dinos threatening late. 5-3 on the complete game effort from Garrett Conover. We have plenty more coming up. The Eastern Utah Community Credit Union post-game show is straight ahead. And do not forget, you can stop into Eastern Utah Community Credit Union to get your Carbon or Emery Spirit Card. If you have that Visa debit, you can spice it up a bit by walking in and telling them you want a Carbon or an Emery logo on it. They'll take care of you. It's their Spirit Cards at Eastern Utah Community Credit Union. We'll talk more about that and recap a thriller here at Emery High School where the Spartans earn a season series split 5-3 with a win over the Dinos. More coming up when we return.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farlano's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farlano's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farlano's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
Discover peace of mind with Don's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing your savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Don's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a four-legged word.
When your comfort is on the line, trust the experts who care. At Air Temp Heating and Cooling, we've been dedicated to keeping Castle Country cozy since 1999. Our certified technicians are ready with 24/7 emergency service and the latest knowledge in heating and cooling technology. As a proud Bryant authorized dealer, we'll do whatever it takes to ensure your home or business stays comfortable year-round. Call Air Temp Heating and Cooling today at 637-4468.
Plumbing issues don't happen every day, but when they do, it's good to know that there's a plumber you can trust right here in the Castle Country. The Swell Plumber has over 30 years of experience and has proven that he's reliable. Here's what some customers have said about the Swell Plumber.
Kurt was amazing. He came out to the house the same day and got quotes to us very quickly.
Kurt kept in touch with us with updates as things progressed. I was definitely pleased.
For residential and commercial plumbing, go to theswellplumber.com and book your appointment today.
Hi, I'm Tim Frame with Cache Valley Bank here in Price. Making the right financial decisions for your future can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to do it alone. Whether you're planning a new construction project, growing a business, or just looking for a better way to save, my team and I are here to provide the local expertise and personal guidance you deserve. Stop by our lobby or use our drive-thru today. Let's make a plan for your success right here in Castle Valley. Cache Valley Bank.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back into the post-game wrap-up show on 107.3 FM, 750 AM, and also our YouTube channel, Castle Country Radio Emery. As the final score tonight, the Spartans get the win over the Dinos, 5-3. And Travis, I know we're going to catch up with a couple of Spartans here in just a moment, but ultimately it was a solid performance for this team, getting the win, a big one when they needed it.
Yeah, they did a good job defensively, offensively when they had to. They came up with some plays, got some runs in. Pitching was stellar, so they split with the Carbon Dinos. Now we wait the fate with Super Regionals approaching.
All right, you and I will talk more about this game in just a moment. Let's bring in, first off, we'll let Bo Stilson step up to the mic. It's been a little while since Bo and I have had an opportunity to talk. Bo, I think we got to go all the way back to football when you were playing your third or fourth position. It's been a little while. Congratulations on the win tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's talk about it. Tuesday, it was not ideal, obviously, right? Talking with Coach Julian about it, it just didn't work out very well. Couldn't get much going offensively. What was the idea as far as the approach in tonight's game, knowing what happened Tuesday and trying to end the regular season on a true positive?
Well, we all felt like we were kind of watching a lot of balls come in, and we wanted to be aggressive at the plate, and I think we really stepped up and did that pretty good.
There's no question, and you guys managed to jump out early on this team tonight, and we were talking about that pregame. How much easier is it to just play loose when you can give some run support to a guy like G who was dominant on the mound?
It's way nice. It's a lot of fun to just go out and be just be out there
Yeah.
behind a good pitcher like G.
You make a couple of plays out in the outfield, and we made the comment, boy, you've been doing that out in right field for a little while now, right? Just really, really comfortable. And it's not as if Carbon couldn't put the bat on the ball specifically early. I know G made it difficult for him in those middle frames. I think he accumulated 13 strikeouts. But still, you guys were forced to make a couple of plays out on the field, and you found a way to do it.
Yeah, we did.
Let's go back and talk about the way that region play kind of shaped out for you guys. You close it out by getting 3 wins. I know that's important, right? You got the sweep over North St. Pete. You get the win over Carbon. And talking with Coach Julian, he said, hey, I think we're playing some of our best baseball right now, and you guys are accustomed to that. You did it last year as well. What is it about this team playing good baseball in April?
I don't know why. We just always seem to kind of band together, and we end up doing – I feel like we get a lot more together towards the end of the season. We all just kind of rally around each other and rally around who's ever on the mound, and we don't care. We're just there to back up the pitcher.
Is there a little extra incentive when you're playing senior? You're playing your final home game, right, against a team like Carbon. Does that matter? Do you guys think about that?
I thought about it a little bit, and every time I started getting nervous, I just try to push out of my mind and focus on the game.
Yeah. Well, I got to talk about the hats here. Okay. So seniors, you guys have a say in it, right? We got the Spartans upside down. Tell me why. What's the trend with this? Because I'm old now, man. I don't understand this kind of stuff.
You might have to have PJ explain that to you a little more. I'm not really a fashion kind of guy.
I'm not either. I see it and I'm like, okay, it is a trend. I see it going on. But you guys did bring out the icy whites today. Looks good out there on the field. You guys close out in style. So what's next for you, Bo? I know that we have super regionals coming up. Do you care who you play? Do you care where you have to go? And what do you do during this next dead time?
We're going to be practicing. And then we're going to go just take it to whoever we play. Super regionals, doesn't matter who we play because we're just going to ride behind that pitcher and play loose and just be friends out there.
Well, definitely a great way to close out the regular season. I know it had to probably be frustrating there for a little bit, right? I mean, I think over the course of a season, you have the ups, you have the downs, but closing out the regular season with the up, I mean, it's easy to smile when that happens, isn't it?
Yeah, it made it a lot more sweeter at the end of the season.
Okay, we're going to talk to Peyton, I know, in just a moment. I always like to get your guys' thoughts on playing with one another. This is a pretty cool senior class. I don't think there's any question about it. How has it been taking the field with these guys for as long as you have?
I've been on the team with all 3 of these guys since we were probably 8 years old, and some of them even before that I played a little bit of ball with them. It's just been really fun to play with them through all the years and even be able to play with some family on the team.
All right, well, I'll let you pass the headset off to Peyton. Congratulations on the win, Bo. Let's keep it rolling.
Will do.
All right, Bo Stilson taking out the time to join us. And now we'll talk to Peyton. Okay, so Peyton, he kind of set you up. He kind of gave you the segue. Explain to me the fashion here with the upside-down Spartans on the hat.
So, I mean, I don't think there's really much explaining except for we had or Chase asked me to create a group chat of all of us seniors and send in designs we liked and just some cool designs we maybe want this year. So I sent in those designs kind of, I don't know, maybe as an idea, and then no one else really responded. So that's just what we went with. I don't know. There's not really a meaning behind it except for, yeah, that's just what you see.
Well, I will say, do you watch Major League Baseball?
Yeah.
Okay. We get the City Connect uniforms. I've seen maybe 2 City Connect uniforms that I actually dig. So maybe baseball should reach out to you because the upside-down Spartan logo would be an improvement for about 90% of the ugly jerseys in Major League Baseball. Let's talk about something that matters, the win on the field. Okay, you get the win over Carbon. Just kind of talk about the game and how you guys managed to get ahead early and you kind of weathered the storm late, the emotions of just getting this win.
No. I mean, it felt great, especially coming back from Tuesday. We didn't play our greatest ball. We weren't there mentally, I don't think, a lot of us. We were maybe just down or something. I don't really know, but coming back today, I felt like we had a lot of energy going into this game. We had a lot more energy, and we were able to hit the ball off early. Last game, we struggled kind of hitting the ball or hitting the ball after someone gets on base. And I think that really helped us today is being able to move those runners, score those runners. And yeah.
I know that baseball, it's contagious, right? A couple of guys get hits and all of a sudden it just trickles down. I don't know if there's a sport built more off momentum than baseball. I mean, you see it, you feel it, right? And it just starts to go. We talked with Bo just a moment ago about some of the ups and downs. A couple of non-region wins, a season series sweep over North St. Pete, a win over Carbon. I mean, it's got to feel good right now. How high can this team actually fly? How far can you guys go?
No, yeah, I think we can definitely go all the way when we are playing our best ball, when we're backing up our pitchers on the mound and we're hitting the ball. We're definitely one of the better teams, and I think we've kind of been showing it the past couple of games against North St. Pete. They're definitely a good ball club, and they've showed that this year. And going out and being able to get those wins was really good for us. And then Carbon today, that was definitely a good win. And yeah, I think we're a great ball club. We have a bunch of great guys, and I'd say we're pretty deep too.
When you are in the field and you're playing behind someone like G who's got it working today, I mean, 13 strikeouts. Good Lord. How fun is that to watch?
No, yeah. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, you see us out there. We're jumping up and down when he strikes someone out. I mean, we think he gets a close call we should have got. We're running to the dugout, We just have so much confidence in G, especially since he can throw hard. I mean, he's got a crazy curveball. And it's just fun to watch him from the outfield, infield, and then to make plays for him. I mean, it's even better to do that. And yeah.
I know that you guys had some injury problems this season. You were bitten by that bug early. Getting healthy at the right time is just as crucial as playing good baseball at the right time. If we throw the injuries out of the equation, what has been responsible for the turnaround? What's been the biggest leap that you guys have made in terms of playing winning baseball?
No, yeah. Earlier in the season, we did have quite a bit of injuries, a couple of guys hanging, but I think just this turnaround, where we started to see a lot of progress and momentum start building before this tournament, I think is just our confidence. We've definitely had a lot more confidence stepping into the box. We have a lot more confidence in ourselves going and making plays that maybe we wouldn't have at the start of the season. I feel like we're just getting more loose and confident in ourselves and our abilities.
A couple of deep runs in the postseason over the last couple of years. You guys have to be thinking about that, right? You know that you played great baseball at the right time over the last 2 years. Do you guys talk about that?
Honestly, we haven't talked about it much, except for at the beginning of the season, we were losing in games. I mean, we were hanging our heads, and it was just like, well, I mean, we'll kick it on at the end of the season. Not that we didn't want to kick it on then. We were trying our hardest, but it just wasn't going. And now that we're starting to turn it on, I think we can do a lot of good things. So
obviously, you love the game of baseball, right? So that's obvious for anyone that watches you. But talk to me about playing Emery High School baseball. And this is a chapter in your life that is about to close. I mean, I still think you guys have a lot of baseball left, but here on this field, it's over now, right? And that's sad. I mean, I think it's a gift and it's a curse, right, of high school sports. Just talk to me about how special it is, A, to go to school here, but B, also represent this program the way you've been able to do so.
No, yeah. I think it's one of the best schools we have around here. We have a lot of opportunities, and there is quite a bit of competition. I know we're a small town, and we don't have very many kids, but the kids we do have, we're athletic, confident, and we can play ball. And I think a lot of people don't think that. So all our life we've kind of been looked down, or not really looked down, but they
underestimate you a little bit.
I know, right? We're always underestimated. So it's just to go out. I mean, I think it's an advantage for us just because we have that little chip on our shoulder, and we're good ball players. So it's been great. I've loved it playing baseball, especially with these guys. I mean, the guys we have on the team are funny, hardworking, and yeah.
All right, let's close out with this. What do you do now that the regular season is over and you got to prep for super regionals in about a week, right? So how do you, A, make sure you're well rested, B, make sure you're healthy, but C, stay sharp? I mean, there's got to be some fine lines there. How do you handle that?
Just surrounding yourself with good teammates. We have a lot of good teammates and a lot of people that are willing to put in work after practice to get those extra reps in, so they have the confidence going into those next couple of games. And that's been something that's helped us, and I think it will continue to help us going into these next couple of games where we're getting more serious. Just putting in a little more work after practice, a little more reps, and I think.
Well, you started the 2-out rally early on in the game. You got it going, and you guys never really looked back. Congratulations on closing out the regular season with the win, and hopefully we keep this momentum rolling.
Yep, definitely.
Appreciate it. Again, Peyton Nielsen taking out the time to join us. Final score here tonight. Emery gets the win over Carbon 5-3. We're going to pause one more time. We'll come back, get Travis's final thoughts before we wrap up the broadcast right here on KOAL 107.3 FM, 750 AM, and our YouTube channel, Castle Country Radio Emery.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap to pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Discover the best in local flavor at Stewart's Market in Castledale and Main Street Market in Farron. Enjoy the largest fresh produce section around. Ripe, vibrant, and hand-selected just for you. The personal butcher ensures every cut is just right, and the deli delights with ready-to-eat favorites. Shop fresh, shop local, and taste the difference community makes. Only at Stewart's Market and Main Street Market. Come home to quality and hometown service today.
Transform your space with Spectrum Paint featuring PPG paint, the ideal choice for any home project. Imagine a kaleidoscope of colors at your fingertips, from soothing pastels to vibrant primaries. Whether revamping a room or adding character to your exteriors, Spectrum Paint makes every brush stroke count. Dive into a spectrum where quality meets creativity and paint your world with us. Visit Spectrum Paint to find the perfect shade for your home today.
Auto Farm Price Ford has your next vehicle. They offer guaranteed lowest prices. Come check out the selection of Ford F-Series trucks, including America's most popular truck, the Ford F-150.
We have them all right here in Price. Stop in and see us for a different experience.
In the heart of Carbon and Emery counties, Quick Realty is here to help you make the right move. Experience the future of home buying with our Matterport 3D tours, giving you an immersive look at your potential home from anywhere. Meet our dedicated team of local professionals, just real people who care, walking you through every step of the way. As a Zillow Premier and Realtor.com specialist, Quick Realty is your trusted expert, handling everything from residential, commercial, and mountain properties to property management. Your dream home is just a call away. Let Quick Realty help you find it.
At Oliver Law, we specialize in criminal defense and DUI. Everyone needs to know their rights. Let us guide you through the criminal justice minefield. At Oliver Law, we still believe in innocent until proven guilty.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap to pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
5-3 final score this afternoon. Emery tops the Carbon Dinos to close out the regular season. They move to 3-5 in region play, while Carbon drops to 1-7. And now, Travis, we play the waiting game. Welcome back into the Eastern Utah Community Post-Game Wrap-Up Show. Eastern Utah Community Credit Union, of course, sponsor of the Athlete of the Week, and they have their Spirit Card. You can stop in, get your Carbon or Emery Spirit Card, turn that Visa debit card into a little pizzazz at Eastern Utah Community Credit Union. That's what we do now. We wait to see where we land as far as both teams are concerned in the state playoffs. Either which way, it seems both will be going on the road. It could, and I use that term loosely, it could mean a third consecutive year where Carbon squares off with North Sanpete. Makes for some very interesting drama when you look at the way the 3A state tournament could shape out. But as we talked about, I think 5 through 12, it's pretty up in the air. I mean, it's a coin flip, a lot of them. I don't know that there's a distinct advantage or a matchup that you would prefer. All these teams seem to be fairly close.
Yeah, we wait and see, but could be the third time we get North Sanpete and Carbon in that super regional opener.
Let's go over some of the final stats, and it is going to begin with Garrett Conover, who was just electric in today's game. He kept Carbon off balance really for the first 6 innings. I know the Dinos did threaten late, had an opportunity to bring in the tying run. That was Logan Bennett at the plate. But outside of that, Conover, complete game, throws 114 pitches, 3 earned runs, 3 walks. He fanned 13 batters. And if you go back and take a look at the amount of 1, 2, 3 frames that he put together, he was outstanding. I mean, the second inning, it was 1, 2, 3. The third inning, 1, 2, 3. The fourth inning, 1, 2, 3. Gave up a walk in the fifth, but he also had 2 strikeouts. He was dynamic. He was great.
Yeah, he's really good. He kept the batters off balance, 13 strikeouts, limited the damage when he had to the most, and they get the victory 5-3. So stellar job on the mound today. He knew coming in it was going to be a tough matchup for Carbon going against him.
Okay, now I will say Coach Julian obviously is going to love the win.
Yep.
But 0 errors. I mean, that is the first stat I know he is going to mention the next time Coach and I have a conversation. The fact that they played clean baseball against Carbon for 7 innings. Typically, if that E has a 0 underneath it in the game of baseball, specifically at this level, you put yourself in a pretty good spot to get a win.
That clean baseball, like you said, he's going to be happy about that because they've been struggling defensively last couple of games. So you play a clean game, and it gets you a victory. And if you flip it, Carbon didn't have a clean game, had a couple miscues that led to a couple runs, and they dug a hole and they couldn't get out of it.
They had 2 costly errors in this game, and that kind of negates what was a very good performance for Jordan Nichols, who will get tagged with the loss. But this is why baseball is so cruel. He gets hit with a loss, 5 innings, 4 runs under his watch, only 3 were earned. He struck out 6 batters, only allowed 4 hits, but a couple of errors really changed the momentum in this game. You go back to the first inning, and Nichols was on his A game. He had Johansson down, Trigg down, and then Peyton Nilsson, who we talked to a moment ago, he started that 2-out rally with a single, and that's where Emery took control of the game in the first inning. Outside of that, I thought Nichols was poised and in control.
I thought Nichols, after the first inning, like you said, he slowed down. He was calm and composed on the mound, and he limited the damage, and he gave the Dinos a chance to come up, try to fight through to tie the game. They just couldn't do it with the bats today.
Baseball is a funny game. There's no question. It's more analytically driven than any sport. I think that's safe to say. And you can see some really weird things happen, such as Trigg Jensen getting an RBI and a strikeout, right, which gave Emery that additional run. Travis, if you go back to that particular moment, it really did change the landscape of the game because Carbon's down 5-3 with Logan Bennett up and a runner in scoring position. Without that weird play that brought Johansson in, I mean, it changes things completely. Bennett's represents the game-winning run, and you don't know if Coach Julian would have stuck with G in that particular spot. That one play seemed to be the big difference maker here tonight.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with that play. It just bounces out in front of home plate, and you're thinking, I got to get this out, and this guy from third's not going to break, and he does. Once that throw left the hand of Verbo, and he throws down to first, there was no hesitation to send the runner, and he slides through and gets to home plate to add on a big insurance run.
So Emery gets the win 5-3, again closing out the regular season on senior night with a win over Carbon, definitely giving the senior class something to smile about. With that, we are just about done here at Emery High School. Of course, stay tuned to Castle Country Radio. We'll talk about Super Regionals when we find the fate of these teams. I do want to give a shout out to our technical director, Aiden Mortensen, who was handling all the score bug, the statistics, everything behind the scenes. He was all over the place.
A lot of booing
tonight.
up here for Aiden.
Yeah. Yeah, he's well liked here at Emery High School, to say the least. And yeah, we're happy he's on our side. For Travis Anderson, I'm Jordan Buscarini. The final score again: Emery closes out the regular season with a W. They top the Carbon Dinos 5-3. As